What's good, Fin Nation? What's good? It's your boy Reason, and we are back here for another one. Thank you, everyone, for joining us on this Friday night. I'm joined by the homies Rhino and Martin. How you boys doing tonight?
Thank God it's Friday.
Yes, very good. Fins up, man.
Thank God, eh?
Mm-hmm.
My arm is like I got the Pfizer shot, everyone, so I'm one step closer to being down there in October. And now we're just moving up my second shot. We're going to reschedule it, so I should get it in the next like 3 or 4 weeks, and then I'll be fully vaccinated and ready to come down there. So what do you guys got planned for this weekend? What's on the docket?
Unless anything comes up, I'm resting. I'm so tired, bro. I'm so tired. It's been a long week.
I was about to say it's Juneteenth, so we got a Monday off, bro.
Oh yeah, bro.
I think I'm about to barbecue, man. To be honest.
Nice.
So celebrate this emancipation the right way. Yeah.
What are you throwing on the grill, bro?
You know what, man? I've been fiending for that corn, bro. Corn fresh out of the corn? Yeah, man. Just roast that thing, man.
Shit is in the husks.
I was about to curse, man. It's delicious. It's delicious. Right off the grill, bro. That's what I'm fiending for right now.
Nice. Yeah, it's Sunday, as everyone knows, is Father's Day, right? So Irving says he's camping in the Florida Keys right now. Stay out of the water, bro.
Take your gun.
Them sharks is real out there, bro.
They hungry too.
Rhino knows a woman you can invite to camping in the Florida Keys.
Yeah, I got someone you can take with.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, classic. So yeah, guys, we're gonna go over a couple things. We're gonna go over an Albert Breer report about vaccinations. We're gonna go over Byron Jones' comments because they're telling to an extent. I got a next gen stat regarding Jakeem Grant that's not gonna help his case, but still nice to look at. And then we're gonna ask the question of should they be upgrading the running back position, and also a X scenario that I'm not really a fan of. And I hope this isn't what the market is dictating right now.
Yeah, I saw that.
You saw that, eh?
Yeah.
So, all right, let's start off with let's just get the light stuff out of the way. So, speaking of vaccinations, Albert Breer tweeted out just yesterday that sources 2 teams have crossed the much talked about 85% threshold of player vaccinations, and that's fully vaccinated or in the process. Those 2 are the Dolphins and the Saints. Nothing's agreed upon yet, but the NFL and NFLPA have discussed relaxed protocols for teams over the threshold. I got to ask you guys, did you see the Cole Beasley stuff today?
No, sir.
I did not. No.
Oh, you did not, all right? Mm-hmm. So basically Cole Beasley was going on a tangent about how he's refusing to get vaccinated. Mm-hmm. He's mad at the NFLPA for striking this type of deal about the 85% threshold and the vaccinations. He was basically going off, bro. And he was saying how, you know, even if they force him to retire, he's made enough money. He'll play for free this year if it means he's getting fined for the whole year.
Over a vaccine?
Over a vaccine. He basically says he wants to be able to live his life free. And the first thing he said was, this is what set off everyone, you know, whatever happened to God's will. Why is everyone so in on science? What happened to God's will?
Yeah.
And then people were retweeting and being like, well, maybe God's will helped create these scientists that helped create this vaccine. And we're in the position we're in because of God's will.
That's my mentality.
So,
If you believe in God.
Yeah. So it was kind of, hey, one less Buffalo Bill we might have to worry about. Whether he retires or catches the vid. You know what I mean?
That's so interesting, though.
I'll bring it up so you guys
millions of dollars on the line over a vaccine. Just odd.
Well, he said I've made enough money to take care of my family, so I'm not even playing for the money anymore.
Yeah, and I believe the reality of the vaccines is just a lot of people just have their own beliefs on it. Obviously, we have all the information that we've been given, but people still have their generalized beliefs, no different than religion and you know preferences in vehicles or whatever. People just have their opinions on the vaccine. That's all.
So this is what he said. He said everybody is so all in on science now more than ever I've ever seen. What happened to God's will? And as you can see, it got more retweets than likes, and that's because those are a bunch of quote tweets. You know, so he said, I didn't say it was pointless. If you want to get it, then do so. I'm not encouraging you to not get it. Just let me live my life regardless of if I get it or not. I don't want to die in a car wreck during the season without getting to actually live my normal life. And then he posted this. He said, look, I'm not going to live my one life like I won't want to regardless. Everyone, hi, I'm Cole Beasley and I'm not vaccinated. I will be outside doing what I do. I'll be out in public. If you're scared of me, then steer clear or get vaccinated, point blank period. I may die of COVID, but I'd rather die actually living. I have family members whose days are numbered. If they want to come see me and stay at my house, then they are coming regardless of protocol. I don't play for the money anymore. My family has been taken care of. Find me if you want. My way of living and my values are more important to me than a dollar. I love my teammates and enjoy playing ball because all the outside BS goes out the window in those moments. I just want to win the Super Bowl and enjoy these relationships that will be created along the way. I'm not going to take meds for a leg that isn't broken. I'd rather take my chances with COVID and build up my immunity. That way, eat better, drink water. Like, come on, bro, drink water.
Yeah, the immunity stuff makes no sense. That makes no sense.
Yeah, he's not being very smart right here.
No.
Exercise and do what I think is necessary to be a healthy individual. That is my choice based on my experiences and what I think is best. I'll play for free this year to live life how I've lived it from day one. If I'm forced into retirement, so be it. I've enjoyed the times I've had. I'll get to live freely with my wife, kids, and extended family forever. We'd get to enjoy the times that we missed from the sacrifices we made. We've had to make just so I could play this wonderful game. So either way, it's a win-win. That's where I stand. Thank you for everyone who has been supportive throughout the process. A lot of other NFL players hold my position as well, but aren't in the right place in their careers to be so outspoken. I feel for you, and I'm hoping I'm doing my part to represent you guys well. First of all, Cole Beasley, you're a fucking drama queen. Okay, that's the first thing I'm gonna say. Okay, like this guy's acting like they're about to put a gun to your head. All right, like and play Russian roulette. Like you need to relax. All right, bud. If you get vaccinated, guess what? You're still living your life freely. I don't know what this guy's talking about, bro. This guy's acting like he's about to get locked up, bro.
Well, there are risks to any vaccine, but they're so small. Okay, that's science. That's the world we live in. You have a right to have that concern.
What happened to God's will, Rhino?
Oh, yeah. But that for me, I'm with you. God put doctors in place. He put this country in the position it's in, the world it's in, and there are opportunities to help yourself. That's not my personal choice. I'm not going to bash him for it, but I will question where his priorities are to, even if you've made a lot of money, to leave millions on the table that could change your families generationally, I think is irresponsible. That's my view of it. And I think he could be a little bit more educated is what I would say, but he's entitled to his opinions and he's entitled to do what he wants. God bless him.
Right.
What do you think, Martin?
Yeah, I mean, either way, I just support anybody's decision to do whatever. Only because, as much as we want to assume that the vaccine is going to help, nobody really knows. It's no different than, if someone takes a prescribed medicine, that prescribed medicine is made one way for every single
side effects.
Yeah, and we're all created differently as far as genetic coding, pre-medical situations. Like who knows what will work for whichever person. However, everybody's entitled to their own going about this vaccine. And if he's saying he doesn't want to take it, I don't think it's out of the question for the NFL to allow him to continue to play even though he's not vaccinated. I know they're trying to get as many players vaccinated as possible just for the safety. Just overall safety. I get it. But if there's guys that don't want to take it, I wouldn't try to force them into it, man. Just let these guys do what they have to and put their put their put as far as their risk, let them be at their own risk, I guess. So just let it be, I would say.
But what a terrible comparison. I wouldn't take meds for a broken leg. Like it's we're not talking about the same thing here, Cole. We're talking
You
about
take medicine for
preventative
broken leg for pain. You don't take the medicine to make your leg better. You take it for the pain. That's where he lost me.
Yeah,
It's just only a Buffalo Bill.
to that. And for real, man, if he's talking about retiring, Cole Beasley's one of those players, bro. I do not want to face. Let's be real here, man. That dude there, as much as we wanted to say, oh well, it's Cole Beasley. Look at where Cole Beasley came from with the Cowboys, and look what happened when he got with the Bills, bro.
Yes,
like this dude has something about him, almost like I don't know who to compare him with, man. But he, like, everywhere he goes, bro, like the offenses just get better. I don't know, man. He might have some leadership qualities that nobody really talks about. That I can see, and I hope he go ahead and sit out this year, bro, because that'll be a plus for us, man. For real, I'm scared of Cole. I'm scared of Cole Beasley. Let me just say that as a wide receiver, I'm scared of him.
Talented.
Yes, he is.
I mean, like I said, I respect his right to have his opinion. And I honestly,
sure.
I think what the NFL is doing, you get to 85%. There's a herd immunity that kicks in there. The chances of people getting sick that are vaccinated are minuscule, really. And if someone who's not vaccinated, their chances go down as well because they're not around a bunch of people that are going to be sick. So good choice on their part. It's a compromise, I suppose.
I believe so.
I'm not surprised it's 15% reason that don't believe in it at the NFL level. It's surprising to me.
Yeah. And again, I keep reiterating, everybody, whatever information you're getting is the information you're getting, and you're gonna have to make the ultimate decision for yourself based off of the information that you receive. And some guys are like, I'm okay, and other guys are like, you know what? Nah, I need that. I need the vaccination. So, people are choosing. I'm actually surprised that the Dolphins were that high in the percentage, to be honest. I was surprised about that.
We draft smarter players.
we're drafting Brian Flores guys,
Yeah, smarter players.
Yeah, yes sir, no sir. Yeah.
Yeah, the thing is, we got guys on our team who have young families they need to protect. That's why they're getting it done. And we also have players on our team who family members have gone through it. So they've seen it firsthand. You know what I mean? Right. I mean, hey, to each their own. Let Cole Beasley do whatever his heart desires. But at the end of the day,
choices have consequences.
Exactly. It just, just way too much drama for just say I don't believe in the vaccine. I don't want to take it. I don't need this dissertation about why you're not taking it, bro. You know what I mean? And like the ignorance in some of the comments he makes, like, if you're scared of me, then just stay away from me, or get the vaccine yourself. He promotes other people getting the vaccine, but doesn't take it himself. Like, come on, Cole. Yeah. I could clearly tell you didn't let your PR team write that one. Maybe you should have.
Nope. He did
not. Shout out to EA Sports, because I'm talking to support trying to get that closed beta code right now. Straight lying my face off, saying I deleted the email with the internet. They're like, let us look into the issue. All right, so I need that, like, itching over here for it. All right, so let's get into something else here. I wanted to show a next gen stat about Jakeem Grant that I found super, super interesting. So Jakeem Grant, top speeds on a punt return. He was the top speed this year, 21.15 miles per hour. And it says he reached 21.15 miles per hour on an 88-yard punt return against the Rams in Week 8.
Yep.
You know what the beautiful thing about that is, boys? Think of how fast he can move out the door.
Oh, Lord.
Listen, man. My gut's telling me he's staying, bro. I don't know.
Oh, my God.
I'm telling you.
Come on, man.
I don't think he is, man. I'm not even being biased, just from talking with people. I don't think he is.
True. And truthfully, when we drafted Jakeem Grant, bro, I was hyped, bro, because I remember seeing him at Texas Tech with Patrick Mahomes, making plays, super speed guy. And when he got here, man, like just sprinkles here, sprinkles there, but no splashes, bro. No splashes. I'm like, come on, man. I wanted to see more, man, but I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna keep him, man. That Jalen Waddle selection was saying, Jakeem,
goodbye.
I think we're moving on. I think that's what that meant.
Been nice, you know what I mean? Like, here's my whole thing with him, okay? So we've had him since 2016, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, 330 yards last year, 228 in 2018, 217 you know, in 2017, 165 in 2016. He's only had 3 touchdowns since 2016. These are punt returning. I'm talking about punt returning right now. You know, the yards per return, you know, 16.3 and 11.4 are his highest, which is good. As a kick returner, though, you know, that's kind of where you find more of his value. Obviously, he's got 2,160 yards over 5 years. He's only got 2 touchdowns. But, you know, he averages 21.5, 25. He's averaging about 24.8 yards per return. My thing is, I get it. But my thing here is when we look at him as a receiver.
Yes.
Okay. Since 2016, he's only put up 1,008 yards. On 16, 89 receptions.
18, 19, 20. That's 5 years. Okay.
Yeah, and 5 touchdowns. You know, he hasn't put up 2 touchdowns in the season since 2018. You know, this is where I'm going with this. Like, and his yards per reception has steadily gone down. In 2017, it went down. It was 15.6. In 2018, 12.8. He only played 2 games. Oh, he played 10 games. He started 2 in 2019. But he only averaged 8.6 yards per reception. Last year, he averaged 10.4 yards per reception. My thing is it worth with how jam-packed the receiving room is right now? Is it worth wasting a spot on a kick returner when there's guys out here who could offer you like a Robert Foster? Obviously, we know Jalen Waddle is going to make the team. Javon Holland's going to make the team. Noah Igbenogany is going to make the team, who can also return kicks. Guys who are more impactful. Well, we're hoping Noah Igbenogany is going to be more impactful. Guys who can be more impactful at their positions, as opposed to a guy who's kind of a wash when it's not special teams. Like,
I hear you.
We've got so many wide receivers. You know, we got so many wide receivers right now, and we've got so much talent in that room that isn't worth either sending one to the practice squad and risking them getting snatched. Is it worth cutting one of them and another team picking them up when they can offer you just more in game than he can?
That's true. That's true.
Go ahead, Martin.
No, I'm just agreeing. I'm agreeing. 100%.
My thing is, this is a completely casual, completely fan base opinion, okay? Because like I say all the time, I'm half a casual, okay? That if you tell me we carry Grant and that guarantees me that Waddle's not returning punts, I say we keep Grant. That's how I feel. Now, if you're telling me Iggy is going to be the punt returner and that guarantees that Waddle's going to be rarely used as a punt returner, I like that plan better. I just, as a fan, I don't want to see Waddle out there returning punts. That's my only concern. I kind of see Grant as maybe a piece that could guarantee that and be a complete emergency wide receiver. That's how I.
Let me ask you this: are you gonna cut a guy like Matt Collins who can light up in tight end, he can line up a wide receiver, and he's one of the best gunners in the NFL to keep a guy who's a kick return specialist?
No, that's the non-casual answer is hell no. No, hell no.
And I would say too, Rhino, that another guy that we might have to take a serious look at to be the punt and kick returner officially is Lynn Bowden Jr. Nick Hicks mentioned in the interview he had with Reason the other day that when he was training with Lynn Bowden, you know, he was clearly one of the best athletes he's ever been around. Like Lynn Bowden can do just about anything you want him to do with the football in his hands. And the reason why I like Lynn Bowden as a returner is just from first glance, bro, the dude is fearless. And that's what you need to be as a return specialist. You need to be fearless to take a hit. You need to be fearless to hit a hole or a crease when you see it opening up. And then obviously the vision is innate in Lynn Bowden just because he's a natural athlete, bro. I think we can move off of Grant and not miss a beat in our return game, to be honest.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm good with that.
I'm just saying, you know,
because he's the only value he has to me, Grant, is punt return.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the only value to me. And if the guy wore a smaller helmet, dude, I'm telling you, look at the picture. He's got to maneuver entire body. I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, that thing's like the size of the earth. Get that guy in that helmet, man. But what about Foster? I mean,
well, Foster to me would offer you more as a receiver.
Yes.
Then Grant. Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And you know, Robert Foster as a returner can offer you something as well.
Right.
I want to see it, man. I still got love for Grant, man, just because he's just one of those underdogs you really want to, you know, root for and see do well. But when it comes to the optics and then obviously the economics, we're moving into his 6th year, and you're talking about 5 years, 5 touchdowns. It's like, come on, bro. Like, it doesn't make any you know, feasible sense to keep him on the roster considering how deep this wide receiver room is right now. It doesn't make any sense. So I think Chris Grier is smart enough to trim it down the right way. You know, that we have the 5, 6, 7 guys that we need.
Like, let me ask you
for
this:
the season.
You're gonna want to keep Noah Igbinoghene on the roster, even if the X stuff gets sorted out, right?
Yep.
Yes.
If he can offer you as a punt and a kick returner while he's waiting for reps to open up defensively, wouldn't you be more inclined to keep a guy like that over Jakeem Grant?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah, logically it makes sense. I mean, yeah.
But then again,
yeah, I mean, yeah, I just don't want Waddle returning punts, man. The best I can. I want to keep that guy off the field, except just receiver. That's all I want him doing, man.
Waddle's our parachute returner.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see how it works out, but those T-Rex arms when it comes to catching the football by Jakeem Grant got to extend out this year, or I just keeping someone like, bro. And here's the thing: I get if you're keeping the returner as a specialist on the team, if they're like Devin Hester.
Yes.
Yeah.
Period. Yes.
This guy is not Devin Hester, bro. This guy is not like, he's not even Devin Hester's jockstrap. That's my whole point where we're going with this. Like, I wouldn't want to see a guy like Kirk Merritt get sent down to the practice squad and then get snatched by another team all because they wanted to keep Jakeem Grant. Like, how many years are we going to keep trying this and until we finally say, yo, screw this?
You're right. Yeah, you're right. That Devin is the gold standard. Joshua Cribbs, Dante Hall, Metcalf, not DK, but the one that played for the Browns. I'm just saying, if you're not that type of returner, and that's all you kind of present as you know, like what you are to this team, you're saying exactly what we all are thinking. It's time to move on from Jakeem altogether.
Well, here, and look at what CB83 says. Jakeem is a gadget guy. Our play calling is get creative to get him involved. That has hurt Jakeem. Our OCs have been competent. So now what? We're scheming to Jakeem Grant, the gadget guy? And my whole thing with that now is I got a guy like Jalen Waddle who can return, who can play the boundary, who can play the slot, and he can do all that gadget stuff.
Out of the backfield. Yeah, he's done a bunch of that in college.
So, like, again, why am I scheming to a guy? Like, why am I pigeonholing? Like, sorry, Jakeem Grant's not talented enough to sit there and start scheming things towards. Like, what a waste of meetings. Like, I don't know what else to say. Like,
yeah, but that's what you have to do to make it work, and that's a lot of effort.
Yeah, bro. And this is not some guy that's going to get 1,000 all-purpose yards from rushing in out of the backfield and catching. Come on, man. Like, again, even Innes makes a point. We got Lynn Bowden. Lynn Bowden got surer hands, offers you more out of the slot, and he can give you all that gadget stuff.
Right.
And all these things that you just named, CB83, Waddle did that at Bama.
Yeah.
He did a lot of it, more than people realize. Not UCB83, but a lot of people don't realize he did a lot of stuff out of the backfield.
This is what I
mean,
I don't know.
I do know.
Cheaper.
We gotta move on.
Yeah. Z-Man's right, and he's cheaper.
He's cheaper than Grant. Yeah.
If we can save $2 million. Well, I think they can save $2 million if they get rid of him, something like that. So,
because we gave him an extension already, correct?
2 years ago, I believe.
Wow.
Yeah, and everyone's like, "Man, you paid that guy a lot of money for the money he got." It wasn't a small contract for his production, you know. So, we'll see.
I just don't get it, man. I don't get how many chances are you going to give this guy?
Because they see the touchdowns on punt returns, and you know they don't forget that part. They think that that's his thing, and he's good for the team for doing that. I don't know. That's the only thing I can think of.
I don't know, man. Yeah, I don't know. Right with you.
I don't know. I think this is too much effort for keeping a guy that's not going to make an impact.
It doesn't bring other stuff in other areas like Hollins and Foster. These are better players as receivers and tight ends and gunners. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I agree.
I don't get it. Hold on.
He might be a super Flores guy too, to be honest. Like Flores likes keeping people that just completely fit his ideology, his system. Jakeem might be one of those guys.
Maybe.
For all we know.
I don't know.
Well,
hold on. I'm just continuing.
Yeah, no problem.
My thing is, I think definitely if I had to choose between keeping Grant and Hollins, even though they're not doing the same position as far as returner, I think Hollins brings better value. Foster is a better receiver that brings as much on the return game. So it's just hard. Like Reason's saying, it's just hard to see. My worst nightmare is he comes out in the preseason and he scores like 2 touchdowns in preseason games, right? Then what do you do? What do you do then, Martin?
You trade him. Because his value has gone up.
Oh, man. That would be a nightmare. Give it to him. He runs back for touchdowns. Like, oh, man.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'm still riding. I'm riding with Lynn Bowden. That's me.
Yeah. I'm off the I'm off that Jakeem Grant train. It's time to move on, man.
I think so.
Since the Bengals game where he dropped those passes, that was it.
Yeah, I agree.
Did the Dolphins motion Jakeem a lot? I don't remember. They didn't motion him a ton, but he did motion. They motioned actually. I would say they motioned Gesicki a bit too. They didn't motion Jakeem an awful lot.
Probably DVP more than him.
I think so. Yeah.
Probably DVP more.
Yeah.
And anytime I saw Jakeem motioning, it was for like a jet sweep or something. Not too much after that.
Like, you knew what was coming.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
All right. So let's get into let's talk about whether we should be upgrading the running back room. But before we get to that, let's also talk about a scenario first before we get into that. And let's talk about it's a little bit of an X scenario.
Oh, the trade, yeah.
So, the Bleacher Report came out with a couple articles, and one of the articles was one trade each NFL team should offer before 2021 training camp, and it has the Arizona Cardinals here. It says offer a 2022 second round pick for Dolphins Xavien Howard, and it goes into depth here about the Arizona Cardinals lost Patrick Peterson this offseason and didn't add a name at the position in the draft until the 4th round. Considering Arizona views itself as a win now contender after adding the names like JJ Watt, I'll just send this right now.
AJ Green
to a explosive Kyler Murray led offense, adding a proven name at the position should be a goal. And it goes on, and given the trade rumors around Miami Dolphins cornerback Xavien Howard last year, maybe the Cardinals could offer up an alluring package for a starting caliber boundary corner to feature in the defense. Maybe Miami doesn't want to let Howard go at this point, but this would be a sweet deal for the Cardinals with little risk because there's an out built into his contract after the season too. So they're obviously not taking into account that he wants more money here and he'd have to get paid more money. Let me ask you guys this, because I think it is. Is that a massive loss if we can only get a second round pick for Xavien Howard?
Yes. Xavien is worth the first round pick, in my opinion.
That's a no-go. It's a no-go. I mean, how do you – they'd have to throw in a player.
Yeah. And now we all know we're not getting 2 first-round picks for him like we did like the Rams up to Jalen Ramsey, right?
No. Oh, yeah.
But what do you guys thought? Like, do you think you could get at least 1 first-round pick for Xavien? Like a first and a third or a first and a fourth? Would that be enough for you guys?
My thing is,
if you had to trade him, by the way.
Well, that's my argument. If I was in that position, a first and a third, I wouldn't settle for anything less than that. But I don't think they feel pressured. I think as a front office, they have set themselves up to ride the storm out with X holding out because they have players in place to take his position. I'm not saying they're going to be as good. I'm just saying they're there to take his position. The gamble is if we lose the first 2 games and it's because a cornerback play is poor, then he gets the upper hand and vice versa. So that's how I feel about that. I think they saw this coming like we all did. The moment that guy hired that agent, everyone knew it was coming.
Yeah, right was on the wall.
Yeah. Loud and bright. So that's how I feel about that. You can't take less than a first and third. The guy just had 10 interceptions last year.
I know.
It's impossible.
I know.
I'd rather let him back, sit. You know what the word was, right? With Stephon Gilmore was they attempted to trade Stephon Gilmore after he won the Defensive Rookie of the Year, but they couldn't move him for what they were asking.
Right.
And now on the trade market, Stephon Gilmore's potentially on the trade market again right now because he's holding out. So Martin, what would you what would be the minimum you would take for an Xavien Howard if there's no choice and you had to move off of him?
I'm going with your option, first and the third or first and the fourth. It makes no sense to just give him away for a second rounder. That's almost like how Houston gave up DeAndre Hopkins for a second rounder. You know, it doesn't. Yeah. You know, it doesn't make too much sense on our end to just get a second rounder. Just based off his production, we can't ask for nothing less than the first round pick, even if it's a 2023 first round pick and maybe like a 2022 third round pick. We have to get a first round pick out of this trade if that were to happen. I personally don't want Xavien Howard to go. Obviously, I was rooting for like the trade with Danielle Hunter just because I just had these flashes of Danielle Hunter and Jalen Phillips, you know, just rushing the pass. I was like, oh, you know, you can't beat that. But if Danielle Hunter's off the trade scenario, I wouldn't trade Xavien for anything less than the first round pick. And then if you could throw in a third or fourth, that'll be great compensation considering the type of player he is and what we need to redeem ourselves once we let him go. So
let me ask you this: what does your gut say? Where's this going? Because I got a bad feeling, boys.
Right.
3-game holdout.
I was about to say, Rhino laid it out. Period. If Xavien Howard, holds out, and the Dolphins are struggling in the area where Xavien would have been, Xavien has all the upper hand and all the leverage.
He sure did.
Of give me my money. Or if he holds out, and a guy like Noah Igbinoghene, who clearly everyone is just raving about after some stints in camp. Yep. It's then we're gonna say to ourselves, all right, Xavien, we found our guy. Great to have you on our team, and now we're gonna trade you for a first-round pick and a third-round pick. And that's actually the business it is that I don't like that. Xavien's agent. I wish his agent would just not settle, but get him a sufficient enough deal to where we still keep him, but he still gets paid exactly what he deserves. You know what I mean? But I don't know, man. It's just too much ping pong going on, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
I do not want that. Like, he's the best player on our team, not just the defense. That secondary, the way it's been built, it's the heart and our soul of our team right now.
Mm-hmm.
If our window is 2 or 3 years, boys, X has to be on this team, guys.
Mm-hmm.
I would love him to be on our team, bro. Like that'll be perfect.
You know what's going to happen. So do I. You know what's going to happen, though, if we trade him or he sits out, Igbinoghene's going to get picked on. And he better be up to the standard of a 30th overall pick, because Byron, they're just going to stay away from Byron.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Byron's basically stealing money.
One of the big differences between an X and a Jalen Ramsey, right? Jalen travels. X doesn't really travel, right? Like, Jalen will travel to make sure he's on your top guy the whole time. X doesn't travel. Just like Byron doesn't travel, right? That's why you saw them face top guys, and in each game they were both facing the same top guys, and equally, you know what I mean? Like, if you go to the Arizona game, Byron was only targeted one less time when he was covering DeAndre Hopkins than X was, and that's because they weren't traveling. They were staying on their side, right? So, if your window to win a championship is the next 2 to 3 years, you got to keep him. And here's another thing I want people to think about, because it hit me today. So if you take out the incentives and everything and just look at the guaranteed money, right? So Jerome Baker's guaranteed $9.47 million per year, right? When you break it down.
Mm-hmm.
If he was to sign a 5-year extension like X did, he would have been guaranteed more money. Do you know that?
I did not.
He would have been guaranteed about $47 million.
Right. The 4-year deal was what made the difference.
Yeah. And X is guaranteed 39.
And
it's because it's only a 3-year deal. That's why the number looks smaller. But if you go by the guaranteed money, he would have been guaranteed about $48 million.
Right.
So he'd have been guaranteed about $9 million more over a 5-year contract extension than Xavien Howard was.
My thing is,
that put things into perspective for a second.
Yeah.
Right.
My thing is, I hope at this point they have asked for more guaranteed money, and the Dolphins are mulling that over, and they haven't said no yet. And maybe that'll be the compromise, like you keep talking about. Maybe that'll get things settled. But I'm scared they've already talked about it. They said no, and that's why we are where we are, right? Or maybe, but the no might have come the other way around. The Dolphins might have offered it to his guys, and X's agent said no. The no is there somewhere. I'm just not sure which side.
Kyle donates $14.99. He said, "Love your vids, bud." Thank you very much, Kyle. I appreciate the donation, man. Really helps a lot, because some of my videos get demonetized when I do the all 22 college breakdowns from XOS Digital Sports. So it really helps. Speaking of, I'll have a film study next week of Raekwon Davis's rookie year. Florida-born, Kentucky-born, $5 donation. The Dolphins bet on X more than he did himself. So he signed, bald, and wants more now. We need a first at the very least.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
And then a donation from the homie Cap for Life.
Cap.
I think it's a moment to be cherished because I have successfully granted the code for your references. Let's go, baby! Your boy just got a beta.
2 weeks of Madden.
Cap for Life donates $10. He says the confidence level in the way the front office has been in regards to Xavien Howard situation to me means they have a deal done with another team of excess and negotiate with us. Something is up for sure.
Sheesh.
Ooh.
I like
Look
how
at
you think
Cap.
there.
Look at Cap.
It's potentially right.
Yeah.
Love Fins, love Phinside, the NFL. You already know. Appreciate you, Marino's GOAT. So, what do you think about Caps? Do you think there could be? Do you think they're holding firm because they have a potential deal in place? And Cap, there's a lot of, Cap isn't really being too far out there with that because remember, they had a deal in place to move back up with the Eagles before they landed the San Francisco pick.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think about this?
I like how he thinks. They might be. I mean, I don't like we're going to lose X, but there might be a trade in place.
Just seeing that message, I had, what's the song? I forget what it's called, but it's like wow, 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 wow. Like the Dolphins,
the good, the bad, and ugly.
The good, the bad, and ugly. Like like the Dolphins are staring down Xavien, and Xavien is staring down the Dolphins. It's like both of them got like their hands wiggling by the holster. Yeah. I don't know, man. It feels like it for real, man. But Cap made an excellent point, bro. For Miami to be this, stoic, knowing that they're arguably their best player on the team is seeking an upgrade in payment, and they haven't really budged. Maybe they have that in their holster, bro. For all we know, that might be it.
I think they know. I think they know they have the cards right now, but it could backfire on them if he holds out for 2 or 3 games and the position stinks. Then the bargaining chips move to X's side of the table at that point. They're both playing a little high stake poker right now, I think.
But boys, I still go back to, I still go back to before the draft. It was the worst kept secret. We get people come in here and be like, oh, you don't know that for sure in terms of him wanting, more money. And we'd be like, no, we know that for sure. It was like one of the worst kept secrets out there. Why didn't you get it done early?
Mm-hmm.
2 reasons I think of. They don't want to get rid of him. That's my gut feeling. They'd rather just keep him. But then you're right. You're in this situation where he's going to want more money. You'd see it coming. I have a hard time believing they didn't try, and I think Cap might be right there. There might be some things in place if they decide to move on it, right? And it might be their last resort. Because I think the big what they want, if they had a wish, is just to hit the guy to take his money and play for us because we love him, right?
Yes.
It's tough, man.
I just man, here's the thing. If he wanted more, sorry, I'm just putting on my code right now. If he wanted more guaranteed money, you would have known that. And they probably would have made that guarantee, right? Or that offer with guaranteed money. So my whole thing is, again, they would have bounced offers back. He would have denied them, etc. You would have had an idea at least of the hardball he was playing. You would have had an idea of, how do I say this, the financial terms needed to reach to please the man, and you haven't done it yet. Why are you waiting until June, July to potentially resolve this issue when, guys, I'm going to say it again. He should have been taken care of before Jerome Baker.
Yeah. But I think Jerome Baker signing was to send him a message. That's my thing. And they're like, we're going to pay for our guys to buy into the system. And maybe they're taking his stance in the back behind the back, talking about getting a new contract. I think they're really offended that he's asking for a new contract 1 year into it. I mean, the second year into it, excuse me, after 1 year. It's a bit weird. You know what I'm saying?
But again, Byron Jones, you know, the way they paid Byron to come in as a free agent.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
potentially
what did it. That's what did it.
That was the icing on the cake. Yeah.
Go ahead, though, Martin. That's what did it, though.
Yeah.
I think that might have been the what they say on the Dave Chappelle skit, the straw that broke the camel's back.
Yeah.
That might have been it right there, man. Like, he's like, wait a minute, I'm better than him. Why am I not the highest paid dude? You know what? I'm sitting out. You know, but who knows, man?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's perplexing.
Yes.
All right. So I'm going to show you guys a few things, and then I'm going to ask you guys the question of whether we should upgrade the running back position. And we don't just have to talk about, you know, the guys that are being talked about here. But let's go here to the Miami Dolphins. So their idea for the Miami Dolphins, in terms of a trade that we should be making, is for the Miami Dolphins, they should offer a 4th-round pick for Seahawks running back Rashad Penny. To their credit, the Miami Dolphins have a ton going right now around Tua Tagovailoa into 2021 after a 10-win season. Mike Gesicki, Devontae Parker, Will Fuller, Jalen Waddle make for a wicked set of weapons around the quarterback. Perhaps the only question mark is at running back, where a hodgepodge of names have yet to emerge. With no glaring needs, perhaps the Dolphins could look to add a high upside running back who isn't long for his current team, such as Rashad Penny of the Seattle Seahawks. Penny, a first-round pick in 2018, never really got off the ground and was overshadowed by the excellent Chris Carson. If nothing else, he'd be a low-risk gamble who had his 5th-year option declined. And perhaps the new surroundings could help unlock big potential. So that's the first thing that they talk about. And then another little thing that they talked about was they had an interesting article, and it was finding homes for under the radar free agents in 2021. All right. And the player they tied to the Miami Dolphins was former Texan Duke Johnson. If there's one free agent running back who could join a new team, exceed expectations, and classify as a steal after 70 games, it's probably Duke Johnson. And going into his age 28 season, Johnson is one of those head scratches of a back who has strange usage in recent years. He's a capable 3-down back who averages 4.2 yards per carry, but hasn't received more than 100 carries in a season since his rookie year in 2015. Was he with the Cleveland Browns when he was a rookie? They drafted him, right?
Yes, I believe so. Yes, the Browns.
Yeah. Likewise, he caught 40-plus passes every year except 2020, when a bad Houston team targeted him just 34 times over 11 games. A team who wants to contend, such as Miami, comes to mind for Johnson. The Dolphins mustered just 3.9 yards per carry last year and didn't get a ton of production from backs on the ground. Adding Johnson to compete with Malcolm Brown could provide optimal results plus superb depth. So I got to ask you guys the question, because clearly this is a topic on Bleacher Report. Should the Miami Dolphins upgrade the running back position, or should they continue rolling with the development of Myles Gaskin, Salvon Ahmed, seeing what they have in the rookie Jared Dokes, and keeping with the vet that is Malcolm Brown?
I'll say let's just stick with the guys that we have. It's tempting to want to reach out and grab an additional running back, just because there's still unknowns, even though we know who we have at running back. But even the Rashad Penny option, he's a former first-round pick, correct?
Rashad Penny was a first-round pick, yeah.
Yeah, and for them to decline his 5th-year option, that's a telltale sign that the Seahawks aren't all the way invested in him like that. So if the case is we can take take a chance on a guy that has first round potential, but just never unlocked himself in on the West Coast. Maybe a change of scenery, a little bit more discipline. Not saying that Pete Carroll doesn't emphasize discipline, but he's more of a player's coach, like very fun loving type of personality. Whereas Flores is pretty much business all day. He has his moments where he's lax, but every player on the Miami Dolphins respects Flores. I would say if we really should take a shot on a running back, including a Duke Johnson, I would go for a penny if the Dolphins just feel like they have no confidence in the guys in the locker room right now. But I really like the guys in our locker room. It's just time to prove, show and prove with the new system that we're going to be running this year. So I don't know. I'm torn between the two options.
What do you think, Rhino? You there, brother?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I put myself on mute by accident. My thing is right now, I think we should just see what we have. My opinion is the time to have made those moves was June 1st around then. So it's probably not going to happen. We're going to go with what we have, I think. And probably tomorrow they'll make a trade and but I would like to see what Scarlett has. I didn't know he was so big. That was a surprise to me. 5'11", 210. I like those.
That's
I like those.
back.
Yeah, I like that. He played at Florida, so there's some talent there, and it would make Professor Clump very happy. So I'm all in on that. I'll be good with that.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of running backs. There's a lot of choices. Is my view right now on our team.
Mm-hmm.
So what about like post? Do you think they could be waiting around for guys who get cut post June 1st?
Yeah, but don't you think it would have happened by now? It's almost 2.5 weeks.
Yeah, we're about to head into training camp, right?
Yeah, like what's going on? You think more of it should have been happening in the NFL. It really hasn't happened that much this year. I don't know why. Clueless about it.
So you guys are totally fine just rolling with what we have right now.
Yes, I would.
Hunt, I would trade for Hunt. The running back you always talk about from Green Bay, I'll be very interested in that. Those
AJ
two,
Dillon. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those pique my interest outside of that, and maybe Bell on outside on the cheap. But that doesn't seem like it's going to happen. It would have happened by now, is my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, like, do you think they're over like the whole Le'Veon Bell thing because he turned them down?
Maybe he's asking for a lot. Maybe he's asking for a lot. I mean,
but it almost seems like Le'Veon's a loose cannon as far as which coach can get a hold of his mind again, because ever since that year sit out with the Steelers, I mean, Le'Veon has not been a relatively reliable player, not from his ability, but more so reliable as in can you count on him every single game? He hasn't really showed that, and I'm more so of I'll give players like a Gaskin, Ahmed, Malcolm Brown. I'll give those guys chances to prove what they can do versus a guy that might have already mentally checked out. That's just me.
What do you think we're gonna get out of Malcolm Brown, Martin?
You know what? As far as what he was with the Rams, Malcolm Brown to me is a pro. He comes in every day. He does exactly what he needs to do on and off the field, in the locker room. He's not afraid to share his knowledge as a runner, and that's very important with the young guys that we have in the locker room, in the running back room. But I think he's going to be more of a contributor than we initially assumed, bro. If Malcolm Brown gets going, like if he gets his feet under him, and like one game there's just 1 carry, 2 carry, 3 carries where he's just busting off 8 yards and 10 yards here. I think he might be one of those sneaky running backs that we have in the locker room where we might be relying on him for 2 or 3 games where it's just him. Like he has that potential, but what they plan on doing since Myles Gaskin is the guy, I'm not sure what's the plan. I'm not sure what's the plan with Malcolm Brown, but I would love to see us use him often and early in the season just to see if we could salvage any type of resemblance that we saw with LA Rams.
What do you think we're going to get out of Malcolm Brown, Rhino?
I think they're going to use him in short yardage and goal line first, and I think that's their plan for him. See if it works. We tried that with Howard last year; it didn't work, and we had to modify that. Hopefully, they'll be able to utilize him for what he is. He's a big back, good for short yardage. I think that's the plan. I think Gaskin is the guy. I think that's the guy they're going to start off with and go from there.
Just the Moss said third down and end game situations, and I kind of agree with that. You want a Malcolm Brown who's super reliable, rarely fumbles, gets tough yards, and finish the game off. 2-minute warning. Yeah, that's the type of running back you need.
Yep.
What do you guys think about what I showed with Jared Dokes? Like, do you think we're gonna get something out of him?
I do. Like I've been saying, I think by midseason he's our starting third down back and our wildcat running back. I think that's his position, and it's not because he's the fastest and the swiftest. He's just going to protect the quarterback. Period. End of story. That's what he's there to do, to make sure that their plays are completed and he can run if you need him to. That's priority one.
What do you think, Martin?
Honestly, if Jared Dokes shows any type of signs of being one of those draft gems, you know what I mean, like just a guy that completely fell because of whether it be lack of control of the running back position while he was in college or injuries. If he shows any glimpses of being one of those draft gems in the preseason, because I believe Dokes is going to be playing a lot of snaps all 3 preseason games.
Yeah.
If he shows any glimpse of that, like a Jordan Howard early on in Chicago or a James Robinson right now for the Jacksonville Jaguars, if he shows any signs of that, be careful, man. I think he might mess around and get first team reps come week 1. Like if he shows any type of those glimpses, bro. I think we can anticipate Dokes reps is going to be predicated on how well he does this preseason.
Let me ask you guys this. If we don't upgrade the running back room, A, what kind of faith do you think that shows the staff has in a guy like Myles Gaskin? B, what kind of leap would you yourselves be expecting from Myles Gaskin?
Me personally, I expect Myles Gaskin to have a kind of Warrick Dunn type of year, man. And obviously I compare him to Warrick Dunn based off of, just body type and stuff. But nice. Warrick Dunn, just being the size he was such a productive runner, bro. Like he patient to the hole. He finds a crease. He puts his shoulders down to get tough yards, even though he was clearly smaller than everybody else. But I see him having one of those type of seasons where he can easily get 850 yards rushing, almost 900 yards rushing, and over 500 to 600 yards receiving. Like he can be one of those pieces for us if he gets his if he gets his rhythm going early. I anticipate that type of season out of Myles Gaskin, a Warrick Dunn type.
I think he'll get 10 to 15 reps a game, and I think they expect that's what he'll be every game, and they'll give him every chance to be the starter, not the bell cow, but the starter. I think this running back room is a running back by committee. It's just you can see it. They have every type of back. So I think that's their plan, unless they trade for a bell cow.
And you know what, man? I don't know how much is really going to be out there on the market in terms of, like I've been told personally that Jordan Scarlett is probably going to make the team.
Nice.
but I've been told in a special teams capacity.
Okay.
Okay, that's what I've been told. I've been told look for him to make the team in a special teams capacity right away, not as a guy who's going to get a lot of carries.
So he'll be the emergency back.
Yeah.
But especially, so who's the first three? Gaskin, are we thinking Ahmed still? And then Dokes?
Well,
and Scarlett.
They paid Brown.
So, so no Ahmed.
Damn.
Gaskin.
That'll be tough.
A domino's going to fall that people might not like.
Right.
That's what I think is going to happen.
I think that domino might be Ahmed if that's where.
Yeah, because of his lack of blocking ability, right?
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Big
That's
flaw.
right there. Yep.
Big flaw.
All right. So let's get into the Xavien Howard thing. And did you guys see his interview on the Man to Man pod?
No, you talked about it and I forgot to look at it.
With Darius, and the Man to Man pod is Antoine Bethea and it's Darius Butler. All right. So I want to show this before we get into the Byron stuff, okay?
Interesting stuff.
I'm going to bring this up right now. All right. So here is I want you guys to listen. Let me know if you guys can hear the audio, okay?
When
I hit play.
My boy Xavien in that do-rag.
You guys
we hear it.
Okay, let me bring it back here for a sec.
Xavien look like a do-rag daddy.
Yeah. Yeah, but look at the do-rag he got on. It ain't no cheap do-rag, bro.
I know, right?
That's a nice house he's in.
He's got the Louis Vuitton do-rag going on.
Man.
All right, let's go. Let's hear this.
Situations like shit, you turned up and had pretty much a defense MVP season. What's that mindset like? Especially, being in year 5, already paid, but now you got these other guys get paid and get drafted at your position. Did that have any effect on your mindset, or you locked in the zone?
For sure, it did. I had big surgery. Coming off of that big surgery, the business side of it, they got to bring somebody in that's reliable, just in case my knee don't hold up. They gotta they draft the first round also.
Yep.
So I feel like it was a slap in the face. I feel like that added fuel to the fire. It just made me go harder. But on the time, my mindset was like, bruh, like I said, I'm gonna get it out the mud, my back against the wall. Every time I bet on myself, I perform and do something well. So, I wasn't really tripping on it.
Yeah.
Man, that's added fuel to the fire, and I did what I did, each week in and week out. I'm like, man, I'm gonna make them pay.
Yeah. Double,
right?
I like that though, man. It's different cats that's built different. For some guys, it happened and they gonna crumble. But if you really know and you bet on yourself, that cream always gonna rise to the top. So I love to watch that shit. Watching from the sideline because I know the business side of it and what goes on. Twan, as you get up, you start watching that draft different. You watch free agency different. So it's like, all right, that's a bet. I know throughout my career, I've seen a bunch of cats drafted or signed to kind of take my role or take my position. But I love that shit. We love that shit on this show.
And they try to replace you. They getting younger and younger, bigger, faster. So you got to stick to your plan, what you believe in, and count on yourself. Though even though it's a business side of it, you just got to do what you got to take your time while you're here. You got to perform well. And you got to do your job.
Yeah. I like that mantra though. Bet on yourself. That don't sound familiar.
That's good. That's my dog.
But nah, I'm gonna send you some though.
All right. So guys, he basically just let you know that he felt like the drafting of Noah Benogany and the paying of Byron Jones was a slap, quote unquote, a slap in the face. Those are his words, not mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to answer first, and Martin. You played the game. I mean,
Okay, so for instance, Xavien Howard, right? And I mentioned this in a podcast in the past. Brandon Marshall lined up, head up with Xavien Howard as a rookie, and he kind of locked down Brandon Marshall as a rookie, right? Xavien Howard is a smart person. Like once he gets into a situation and he understands that I'm actually as good as I think I am, you kind of build confidence, right? But how we just explained, he had that injury, even as a rookie, moving on throughout his career, injuries have kind of derailed I would say the progress, but I don't know if it's I don't know if it's I don't know if it's wise to say that he took that slap in the, like he took it as a slap in the face more so than he took it as motivation. I don't know
what he said. He said it. He took it as a slap in the face, bro.
I know that's what he said, but I kind of read it more so as that motivated him more so than it was a slap in the face, because he knows he got injured, and he knows that you need cornerbacks in this league because this league is turning into a passing league. So what do you want your team to do?
He identified, right? What he identified was they needed someone. He started off and said they needed someone reliable because they don't know if his knee was going to hold up.
Yeah, and that's the biggest key right there. So again, I don't know if it's more so a slap in the face than it is, for him to get motivated to perform at a high level and try your best to stay healthy. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I don't know if he chose his words out of context. Maybe as far as what he wanted to say, but. I
know Rhino about to go in on him right now.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Because here's the thing, he keeps saying he bet on himself. Mm-hmm. Did the Miami Dolphins not bet on him by giving him a 5-year extension when he was having knee issues?
Yeah, for sure.
Domestic.
But I think that I think that bet on myself situation is more so for the Dolphins continuing to bring in other guys at his position, including a Byron Jones, including Jason McCourty, including Noah Benogany, Nick Needham, a surprise undrafted free agent. The list keeps going. Like they're bringing in a lot of cornerbacks, bro. So I mean, I don't know how Xavien is viewing this, but I still see this as he's more of let me just show you that I'm actually that dude. Then I don't know if he's trying to take shots though. At the organization from saying that. I don't know about that.
Well, here's the thing too, guys. If you go back to the date of this episode too, boys.
Yeah, when was that?
This was in January.
Oh, the show
right when the season ending. Right when the season.
This interview was in January, bro. January 13th.
Yeah, so that was even before free agency, before
5 months, bro.
Coleman, McCourty. Before he's talking about Byron and Noah, bro.
So no wonder Byron might be
Yeah, wait till you hear that, Martin. Wait till you hear that.
I didn't hear that, bro.
Yeah.
Okay.
My thing is,
that's sad, man.
I love X. He's one of my all-time favorites.
Like, guys, he said he's gonna make us pay.
Yeah.
If I go back and I play that, he said I'm going out there to make them pay double.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like I love him. Jeremiah Bell was one of my favorite players too, and they all had their ways with money, and I respect the fact that they want to get their money, and it's a business. I get it, but my thing I always come back to is that the Dolphins stuck with him. They signed a contract with him when they didn't have to. They showed him love. They showed him faith. He had the injury concern and he had the domestic. It's just hard to say that he's right, is what I'm trying to say. I understand the mentality to motivate yourself, and it worked, X. I respect that. Whatever that did, it worked, right? But it's a team, and the more money we have to keep throwing at you is the more money I have to take from other positions, which hurts me as a fan. And I would like a player of his caliber, of his ability to realize that they did show him love and they did show him respect, and they didn't have to. They could have made it all about business, and they didn't. They actually made a personal choice. Like I said, they could have left him at any time after the domestic stuff because that stuff was hot, man. That was hot, and no one would have questioned them. And maybe that, I don't know.
I want you guys to hear the full question that Darius Butler asked and hear his answer one more time, okay? One more time for you guys so you can get a better grip on it, all right? Because Byron's and Noah are mentioned in the question, okay?
Context.
Okay, so here we go. Let's put this up here. All right, here's the question and everything else.
Carson Wentz, for instance. Carson Wentz, a guy get drafted at the quarterback position to, that's kind of like we spoke about the business side. That kind of like the writing on the wall a lot of times. So this offseason, the Dolphins went and paid Byron Jones, my UConn guy. They went and drafted a corner in the first round. And I know for some guys, you look at A-Rod, they drafted a quarterback in the first round. He turned up, had an MVP season. Now I look at your situation, it's like, shit, you turned up and had pretty much a defense MVP season. What's that mindset like? Especially, being a year 5 already paid, but now you got these other guys get paid and get drafted in your position. Did that have any effect on your mindset, or you locked in the zone?
For sure it did. I had the big surgery. Coming off that big surgery. The business side of it, they got to bring somebody in that's reliable. Just in case my knee don't hold up, they got to they draft the first round also.
Yep. So
I feel like it was a slap in the face. I feel like that added fuel to the fire. It just made me go harder. But when the time, my mindset was like, bro, like I said, I'm gonna get it out the mud, my back against the wall. Every time I bet on myself, I perform and do something well. So I wasn't really tripping on it.
Yeah,
man, that's added fuel to the fire. And I did what I did. Each week in and week out, I'm like, man, I'm gonna make them pay.
Yeah. Double,
right?
I like that though, man. It's different, built different.
So
okay, I get it. Yeah.
Now that we take that into a little bit of a deeper context, he clearly wasn't happy that they doubled up on it.
Yeah,
he's like more pissed off about Iggy than he was Byron. That's how I took the comment. He understood the Byron because it's business to cover if his knee wasn't set. That's how I took it.
Yeah, exactly. John Carlos says, the comments were calculated. Now I know why Flo mad. Howard is smart and a great player. He's going about this the wrong way. Too smart for his own good.
He's not wrong.
He said, I'm going to make them pay. Week in and week out, I'm going to make them pay.
Double.
He said, I took it as a slap in the face.
Yeah.
There's no other way around this, bro.
I don't want to lose X, bro. To be honest,
we might be losing him, man.
My goodness,
we might be losing him.
And every AFC East team is looking at this situation just as hard as we are. Like, oh shit! If Xavien's
no wonder the offers were coming. No wonder the offers were coming in the offseason.
From January, yeah. Wow, how did that?
This is January 13th.
How did that get blown up?
Oh, I'm about to blow it up. Don't worry.
Okay.
This got. I'm just saying. This is January 13th, 2021.
Yeah.
I'm a little speechless, to be honest with you. Yeah, it doesn't look good, guys.
Xavien Howard outside of this defense completely changes outcomes of football games, bro. To be honest.
No, I hope they drafted well.
Lord.
I hate saying that.
Lord. I know.
Lord love a duck.
Because he seems hell-bent. I don't know what their attitude was. Maybe they gave him attitude, maybe they didn't. But we are where we are. He's not showing up 3 days. He should have been there, and he wasn't. I suppose he didn't show up today either. So that'd be 4.
Hey, reason you muted.
Oh, the mini camp's over, so he didn't have to show up for anything today.
Yeah, man.
So, guys, what are your thoughts? Like, let me Pyro, y'all need to stop being negative. Bro, are you not listening to what's being said, bro? Y'all need to stop being negative. Bro,
did you not hear?
You need to put the Battlefront down and actually pay attention to what's going on, bro. God damn. Because, here's the thing. Once more Dolphin fans get a hold of this is going to turn more fans against them, no?
Possibly, but I mean, if this video is from January and it's surfacing now, I mean, how much more frustrated can you be? I don't know. It is what it is as far as right here, right now. He wants more money, more or more specifically, more guaranteed money.
Rhino, what are your thoughts?
Me too. I mean, I would want more money too. He outplayed his contract. I understand, but he has to recognize they did not have to give him this contract when they gave it to him, and to squeal and after the first year just seems very weird. You're locked down for the next 4 to 2024. I mean, he's not going anywhere. He has to understand that. I don't get it. I don't know where they think they're coming from. It's a gamble. Like I said, the only way it turns in their favor is that we go 2-3 games, we lose those games, or they give us some big touchdowns, whoever's taking his spot. Then he has the power. It's a gamble. It's 100% gamble his part.
And you know what? Truthfully, I hope this is one of those Brian Flores learning some tricks from the Patriots, where if you got one guy who has his name in the news throughout the entire offseason entirely too much, like a Tua, you kind of throw in something like this and be like, hey, Xavien, I need a favor, bro. I need you to hold out and do a couple interviews and spice it up a little bit so people can, wonder what's going to happen, so we can get the attention off Tua a little bit, because this is actually bigger news, in my opinion, than Tua's potential
5 interception,
5 picks, in the first day of minicamp. This is much more of something to be concerned about. If it's
to Reason's credit, he opened that show up with the X News, not with the So
that's true. That's true.
I don't know how does this get resolved. Like I'm with Reason. You would think they've been talking about this for 5 months. So how does this not been resolved by now? One party is being stubborn, or both are. That's the only answer at this point that I can see.
Yeah, shout out to his agent, bro, because he's notorious for this.
Yes.
Notorious.
I don't know, boys. Let's get into this right now. We are. Let's get into. Everyone sleeps on that album, eh?
Not me.
That posthumous Biggie album that came out.
Mm-hmm.
That's what that track's off of, right? The one you're singing.
Notorious.
Yeah. That's the one that had Eminem.
No.
Dead Wrong on it, right? That's the one that had Dead Wrong on it. I'm pretty sure.
Damn. Eminem was on that?
Not on that joint, but he was on that album.
Oh, okay. I was
remember that song, Dead Wrong?
Yes.
Yeah, off that album we're talking about is Born Again, right?
Biggie Smalls.
Where he's doing the EM on the front. He's doing the EM where he's got the hand down.
I think that was the one. I got to look back, bro. If I see it, I'll know it. But
yeah, Mobb Deep's on it and stuff like that. That song Tonight. I don't know if you remember that. All right. Anyways, it's this album. Remember this album?
Yeah.
Where Biggie's doing the EM on the front.
Yeah.
A lot of people know what's up. All right. Go ahead.
No, I'm saying that's the same album where it was Biggie, can't you see?
Sometimes the words album.
Okay. I'm tripping, bro. I'm still young.
Hypnotizes Life After Death, the double album.
Okay. Appreciate that.
All right, so let's get into what Byron Jones said today. You got that queued up, right, brother?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I want everyone to listen to the question by Safeddin, and I want everyone to listen to the answer by Byron Jones, because we've now gone from January fast forward to June. And Byron says some key things in here that I think is a definite subtle shot at Xavien Howard. So, yeah, let's cue that up, brother. Did you share it, Rhino?
Yeah, dude, I'm sorry. Didn't know you were delayed. Here we go. I apologize for that.
The 8:05 mark, right?
Yep. Whenever you're ready.
All right.
You can see it?
So, yeah, you can see it.
Here we go.
Just hit hide on the StreamYard thing if you want.
Really, really appreciate it. I wanted to ask you, as the team's highest player, there's always obviously some expectations with performance and leadership that kind of comes with that title. How do you think you've done with that so far, and how do you kind of deal with those, expectations continuing to move forward, man?
I keep it very simple for myself, man. Whether I was a rookie, a second, third-year guy getting paid minimum, or the guy who's getting paid the most, you bring your A game every single day. You really have to bring it and really build from the ground up every single day, every single year. It doesn't change. If I was a second paid player, I'm not going to change the way I approach the game or how I prepare. As an older guy, I try to be the guy that the young guys come to for advice. As an older guy,
bring that back. Rewind.
It doesn't change. If I was a second paid player, I'm not going to change the way I approach the game or how I prepare.
Right, Martin? Yeah.
If I was a second paid,
bro, are we throwing gasoline on this right now?
Okay, so this is basically what he said for those that might not have heard it. You have to really bring it. You really have to bring it and really build from the ground up each and every single day, every single year. It doesn't change. If I was the second paid player, I'm not going to change the way I approach the game or how I prepare. Then he goes on to say, as an older guy, I try to be the kind of that the young guys come to for advice off the field, on the field. I try to be a leader for the young guys, the linchpin in our defense and our offense, just to be that communicator, the leader that we all need. For me, I keep it simple. I don't overstress it. I don't think much about it. I put a lot of work in this league, and every day you kind of build from the ground up again, whether you're the highest, lowest, first string, last string, you build it from the ground up every single day.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Now, I asked Ball Game this when he were on the finish line. Okay, I asked Richmond Webb this when they're on the finish line. First of all, KAL Day says 499 Mob Deep, a great group. RIP Prodigy, my favorite. To me, they're the great. To me, they're the greatest hip hop duo of all time. But that's just me. Everyone each their own, right?
So,
I know, right?
Reception's a little poor, Reason Casino.
Oh, mine is?
Yeah.
That's probably because I have my VPN blocker on right now.
Okay.
So Richmond Webb believes that this was a little subtle shot. Ball Game believed it was a little subtle shot. So while I reset my VPN, I'm going to ask you guys, do you believe that was a little bit of a subtle shot?
All right, so I don't know how I would take this, because it can be a double-edged sword shot if you want to break it down like that. So for instance, if he's saying, if I'm the second highest player on the team, that's obviously the second highest player or second highest paid player on the team would be Xavien, right? If I'm correct?
Yes.
So I think if you would take it as that would be a shot at Xavien. However, but when he says, even if I was the highest or the second highest paid player on the team, that's more so saying if Xavien becomes the highest paid player and I'm the second, and by in turn,
no, he said if I was the second highest paid, yeah.
But I think what he could have potentially been saying is, if the Dolphins decide to make Xavien the highest paid player and I become the second, I'm still going to approach it the exact same way. So, like I said, it could be a double-edged sword type of situation where, yeah, he could be taking a jab at Xavien being the second right now, but if in turn Xavien becomes the highest and he becomes the second, he'll still continue to do exactly what he's been doing. There's no need to, overthink it like he was explaining. Obviously, I'm just trying to see the good out of this because let me tell you,
because you were laughing like you knew. Now you're trying to put the positive spin on it, bro.
I'm trying to put that positive, you know what I'm saying? Trying to find that little, that little crease or little niche where I'm like, you know what, Byron, you're right, man. If you were the second highest paid player, if Xavien becomes the first,
ball game's nailing it, kind of. He's basically saying, show up and do your job, whether you're the second highest paid or the highest paid player on the team. That's basically what this is coming down to. And that's why he said, I'm trying to be a leader and show example. He's basically telling you, I'm trying to set example to these kids.
Don't complain. Don't worry about the money yet. Just come out, play, and the money will take care of itself. Pretty much.
Irving says Byron Jones went rock on X, know your role, and shut your mouth. $2.
Perfect.
See, that's my whole thing, though. He's kind of telling them it shouldn't matter if you're the first or the second highest paid player. Do your job. The rest will settle itself out.
Yeah. Because at some point, both of them were the highest paid, and then weeks passed and they weren't anymore. That's the way I took it. You can't always value your position in football and on a team by being the highest paid player, because you'll only have a week or 2 or 3 of being that valued, right?
Look what he said at the end, Rhino. I put a lot of work into this league, and every day you kind of build from the ground up again, whether you're the highest, lowest, first string, last string, you build it up from the ground every single day.
He is a highly intelligent individual. He is well spoken. He is slow on his thought process before he answers. He said what he wanted to say, and I don't know how else you could take it other than he was calling X out in a polite way, in a respectful way. I don't think he was disrespectful. I think if X took it that way, which I have no idea whether he did or didn't,
I think he might have.
Well, he's going to say I'm a professional, and that's the example I want to set for anyone that's looking at me. That's it.
Martin was laughing like we're about to get into a rap battle, bro.
I'm sure it is. I can't wait to see these guys when they get back together.
Look, and this is actually the worst possible thing that can happen as far as defensive chemistry, bro, because that was our saving grace, man, as far as how this team was going to be successful, man. Rely heavily on a dominant defense. Any type of thing that can sway us out of our zone defensively, because we weren't great coming out the gate, you know what I mean? But we found our rhythm, like, by the fourth game. 49ers game was pretty much our coming out party.
So, Martin, it's true, man. He said he could have said third highest, bro, but he said second highest, bro.
He knew what he was saying, bro.
That's true, bro. That's true, man. Damn, I really don't like this, man.
Like, damn, there goes my pause.
It doesn't look good, Dave. Martin.
It doesn't, man. And the last thing you want is the defense to lose. It's just like the offensive line, bro. Gaining cohesiveness is such a battle, bro. You know what I mean? Gaining each other's trust. This is a potential, loss of trust, bro. And Lord have mercy. I think the defense might take a step back, bro, if this is really something that can turn into something bigger, by the time training camp comes along. I'm expecting like a potential argument or fight, you know what I mean, because of this situation. Because you already know what it is, bro. Don't ever get in the way of another man's meal, bro. That's the way it is. You know what I mean? And man,
because here's the thing: if you go back to the January thing, he kind of took shots about how it was a slap in the face, how they paid Byron all this money and they drafted Noah. I went out there every play to make them pay double. Byron's kind of answering that, saying, "Listen, if I was the second highest paid player, I'm still coming every day. I'm not changing the way I approach the game and how I work." I'm just saying. Shot.
Everybody.
I'm just saying, bro. I don't know.
Damn. That was literally the people's elbow of.
Yeah, but people have to understand. It doesn't matter how it was asked. It matters how he answers. He's a savvy guy.
Yeah.
He knows them. You can put any vanilla way you ask it. If he answers a certain way, they're going to use it. He's not stupid. This is a highly intelligent guy that pauses before he says. He pauses. He thinks. He's a thinker. And that he doesn't make verbal mistakes, in my view, that I've seen. So
yeah, Byron is a very smart individual, bro.
He is a top tier.
I would say he's one of our smartest players on the team, to be honest with you.
His future is going to be
he's going to be a coach
in the union. Well, maybe on the union side.
Oh, in the union, that's a good one too. Yeah,
right.
It's
and
very
NFLPA.
intelligent. Yes.
Yeah, I would accept that.
He said what he wanted to say. That's the way I view it. And
yeah, Xavier's going to take this as a direct insult because I think Xavier knows that Byron is actually a smart guy, and he's slick enough to, call him out without it being as obvious, unless there's guys like us that can kind of point out, like, hey, wait a minute, is Byron taking shots right here? And then,
And here's the other thing: it's not like him and X have been together for years.
No,
true.
They played together for 1 year, bro.
I'm
just saying. All right, I'm going to drop the link because I want to hear people's thoughts on all this stuff, whether we need to upgrade our running back, your thoughts on was Byron taking a shot, your thoughts on X's comments.
And I don't think they have to be best friends. So
no. Yeah.
They're professionals.
It'll be nice.
Even X is a professional. Yeah.
Yeah.
But even X is a professional in his own way, and he'll do what he has to do. If he has to hate every damn person on the team to get motivated, good for you, bro. Do it. Get 11 interceptions. Thank you.
Man. I just don't want this defense to take a step back, bro, because that honestly I'm banking on our defense to carry us through this season and the offense gradually, maturing into its way into its identity. So
yeah.
How many people are feeling worse about the Exodus situation after watching this episode, huh?
You can't see me, but my hand is raised, right?
I just keep shaking my head. I keep shaking my head. I don't believe it. It's crazy.
My thing is, like someone said in the comment, like we respected him when he was injured and gave him that deal. Like you can give us one more year before you ask for your money. Like I know he balled out. I understand that. But we on faith of you being injured, we gave you that money. Like we showed you love. Like if you can't respect that, then bye, man. Like for real. That even in the street, if you ride for somebody on they down, they shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? When you down, come now and say, "Oh, I can't rock with you because you down." You see what I'm saying?
Right.
We need you to honor that. For real though.
That's true.
You guys need to relax. Relax. It's under control.
I don't know about that, Pyro, man.
So you think him not showing up for 3 days is just
under control?
It's a vacation?
It's under control.
I hope you're right, bro. I really do.
I'm looking at this very positively.
Yeah, but you thought Najee was going to be here, and
come on.
Look at you, Rhino. What's
messy.
Why
Rhino's
you
getting messy.
We talking about X, not Najee. Come on.
I'm just saying.
That was a low blow. That was a low blow.
I'm sorry.
You went for the groin, bro. You went for the groin.
Hey, my last thing I just want to say, please don't talk about Grant no more. Can we let that die? Please, I'm tired of talking about that screw.
Amen.
I'm with Rhino. I think he's gonna be on this team.
Man. Oh no,
that'll be the worst.
That'll be the
worst.
No, I didn't say I think. I said I feared. I feared he'd still be on the team.
Well, I think he's gonna be on this team.
Oh crap!
I just feel like with the whole what they call it, the Devontae Parker and that friendship thing, they stink.
Mm-hmm.
I think folks gonna have the same attachment with him with Baker.
But why though? Why?
I don't know. I'm just telling you.
Why else was
that
he here? Yeah.
relationship. That relationship ain't winning games. Fuck that.
Yeah.
But I'm about to say Baker's actually needed though. You know, when it comes to the wide
I
receiver
know. I was
position.
just talking about the relationship, specifically the
Yeah,
relationship.
Actually needed.
yeah, I know. But I'm just saying, like, when you look at the wide receiver room, like there are 5 guys I can name off the top of my head without saying Grant's name, and there's still 2 more guys that we can use for special teams as gunners. It doesn't make too much sense to keep Jakeem when we know we can use that roster spot for someone that's going to make more of an impact on the game, not necessarily offensively, but somewhere else. We are. We have to, man.
Why? No, we don't. No, we
was
don't.
he was the topic.
There's better pass. Listen, there's better pass catching options that have shown up and are also making claims for themselves. Jakeem Grant has already put his resume is already out there. So all those young guys need to do is just be consistent, and he's gone. Y'all still talk about this as if this dude is going to be in a number 1 or number 2 slot, and he's not. At very best, he's a special teams guy, and they got plenty of guys to do that. Grant is out of here, bro.
Ball game. You better get you a Grant jersey and go to training camp and get it signed.
Why?
you know you.
Why?
You know.
I don't have. Listen. I don't have no problem. I don't have no problem with Grant, but I'm a realist. When you go out and you bring in a Jalen Waddle, you bring in a Fuller, you got a Kirk Merritt who is healthy now, who is showing up in practice, who had some of the best chemistry with Tua last season before, you know what I'm saying? They remember this type of stuff. Any decent coach remembers the guys that were actually showing up. Injuries happened, right? So unfortunately the kid got hurt. But at the same time, if he's come back and he's proven to them that he's worthy of them putting time and effort into him, Grant's gone. Because he's already had his shot. 5 seasons is enough for people to be able to see what you got. I feel the same way about Devontae Parker, to be honest with you.
And he's not a Flores guy either. Game.
Yeah, exactly.
He's got no tie to him. He didn't draft him.
Yeah.
Wow.
Why? Hold on. Is Pyro out here saying Jakeem Grant's going to make the team?
He said get a jersey.
I say I'm accepting.
I'll make you a bet. How much you want to bet? I'll make you a bet.
Nah, I don't want to bet.
Okay,
yeah, there's no need.
Sure. Then now we got the real answer out here, bro.
Listen, I said I think. I'm not saying he will. I'm just saying I think.
I'll tell you right now, he won't. I've been told by someone close to Grant's camp that they don't think he's gonna make the team this year.
Yeah, that ship's gonna sail, bro.
I'm with Mr. Ball Game on Parker.
I'll be happy to be wrong. I'll have to be wrong.
If listen, man, if Preston Williams shows up and plays 14, 15 games this season with no issues or injury, Devontae Parker's time with us is gone as well. It's done.
Damn.
It's a wrap.
Damn.
Because you just all you doing is trading youth for the same skill set.
Right.
Same skill set,
Absolutely.
just a younger version.
With
and
a higher
he's cheaper.
ceiling.
Yeah, with a higher ceiling. So
younger version all the way down to the injury prone, bro.
Yeah, that part too.
And
why
the
you
injury,
can't
like
Damien,
the
bro?
injury things are going to help you too, to a sense, because if he even has a good season this year,
you're not gonna
have to pay him a ton because you're going to be like, listen, you've been injured multiple times, So he'll only, I think Preston, I wouldn't be surprised if he only costs like between $6 to $8 million.
6 to 8 million a year. Yeah. It's gonna be definitely one of them situations, bro, where they are looking at longevity over likability. Like Preston, I mean, Devontae Parker can't argue at any point during his tenure with the Dolphins that they didn't do right by him. Like his first 4 years, first round draft pick, you showed up and we didn't get anything remotely close to what we should have got from you as a first round draft pick in the first 5 years. And then you turn around and then we gave you an additional contract. So if they move away from him after this year, he shouldn't have anything ever to say bad about the Dolphins. Ever. You feel what I'm saying?
And Toolman says Williams drops too many passes. Well, if you've been watching mini camps, it looks like DVP's got the big drops right now.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if you guys have noticed, me and Ballgame were talking about it yesterday. How many times have they highlighted he has a drop and Tua pulls him to the side and starts basically coaching him?
Damn. And Tua's probably saying, look, bro, if you draw one more pass, I'm gonna holler at Preston right here.
Nah, he ain't having that conversation with him.
No, he gonna.
But what he is telling him, this is where I need you. Yeah. This is probably why we're not connecting, because I'm watching you come out of the break maybe this way, and I'm putting it here, and you're anticipating it here. This is the window where it's going to be. Those type of things.
And ball game. If I was Tua, I'd be worried because I'd be like, you know you're gonna be nice to the guy face to face, but in the back of my mind, I'd be thinking to myself like, I've been working with you all off season, bro. How are you not getting this? You know what I mean?
Because Devontae Parker actually is he's the possession catch receiver of this offense. Right? The other guys are the playmakers, but he's the surefire. I got that 10-yard out on the backside. I got that, you know what I'm saying, that 15-yard dig route. I got that comeback, you know what I mean, against man coverage. I know where he's gonna be. He's supposed to be right here. I'm supposed to be able to. He's a safety blanket. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And if he's having problems securing catches and things of that nature, it's gonna be a problem, bro.
Yeah.
It's early. Like, listen, it's June though. It's June, so it's early, and maybe it's just the fact that, you know what I'm saying, a lot of the stuff that they was doing previously before, you know what I mean, wasn't out there with bodies being banged, bodies actually moving them around and things of that nature. So, you know, you give them. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. She making my point right there. Only had 1,000-yard season.
Maybe
as a first round draft pick.
Maybe Parker get used to Tua's play style, you know.
Bro, Devontae Parker be turning 29.
I'm being optimistic here, guys.
Right?
I'm trying to be positive.
No,
but here's the thing. What we're saying is, listen, you know, even though he wasn't fully 100%, he made it through most of the games Tua started last year. On top of that, he's the one who's been working the most next to Mac Hollins, from what I've been told. He's been the one working most with Tua this offseason.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not going to get it now, you ain't going to get it, bro. Look at Albert Wilson. Look at Albert Wilson got it.
Left and came back and balling.
And he's got it.
My thing is, if he's working with him, then that's him trying to build that rapport with him of, I'm gonna need you, bro. You're my backside security blanket. Everything else that's happening on the front side. If none of those guys are, if I can't get any of them, I'm gonna need you here.
Right.
I need to make sure I can depend on you to catch this. You know what I mean? And that's really what it comes down to as the X. He's the X.
And ball game, truthfully, I think it might be just the reality that Tua might just be more in sync with wide receivers like an Albert Wilson or Jalen Waddle or Will Fuller or just guys with built-in extra gears. You know what I mean? Just to get that last bit of separation.
Yeah.
Once you get to the top of your route, I think Tua is just more in tune with those type of wide receivers. Obviously, his connection with Preston Williams last year, was really obvious chemistry. That was one of those special chemistries where he just found a guy that he just liked throwing to. But
him and DVP were building something. I mean, I've talked about this multiple times. He was doing veteran type of things with understanding the leverage game with DVP against DBs. Look at how many flags he was drawing. You don't usually see that with a rookie. So he had an understanding with DVP, but I will agree with you. The chemistry he was showing with Preston before Preston got hurt was something more special. Just Preston dropped a few key receptions.
Right.
DVP was on that edge too, though, because we remember in the Kansas City game on that play, Twitter was saying, "Oh, he missed Jakeem Grant," but he threw it up to Parker, and it went right in his hands in the end zone, and he just somehow dropped it. Like place where, like on that third down and 10 in the Chargers game,
touchdown.
You're like, how do you make that catch? But then you go out here and drop a wide open touchdown, and
which would have put us up 14-0, by the way.
Yes, exactly. Yes. So he just had those inconsistent plays. I don't know, man.
The process for me is always this, bro. Like when I look at, or I think about how they're trying to build this team, I look at the fact that they're going through this process of trying to add youth with veteran leadership to have the young guys learn the nuances of the game from those guys in front of them. Wilson is going to be Waddle's primary teacher. Fuller and Parker are going to be teaching a lot to Williams. Yeah, just because I don't hold Williams in the same regard as I hold, but Parker was a first round pick. Williams wasn't even drafted. You feel me? So
but you know why, right? Like
I understand
right?
the domestic stuff.
He wouldn't have got past the second, third round if he didn't have the domestic stuff.
Right. So for me at this point, right, you're kind of going to have to go away from Parker at some point. But at least for this season, right, and the one that's really going to matter the most to make sure that we get into the playoffs, you know what I'm saying, that the veterans have to show up. and Albert's doing it right now, and Parker's struggling a bit, right? And I think a lot of it just has to do with the fact that Preston's not 100% healthy, so he don't have that dog right behind him pushing him. Hearns is over there working on the opposite side behind. Hearns is working behind Fuller.
Hearns is cut. Get him out.
I don't know, bro. I don't know.
I would drive off a damn bridge if he's on this team.
Well, I mean, you might be. Well, I don't know. Make sure you put your seatbelt on.
Cheap.
Put your seatbelt on.
I don't need no seatbelt.
Can y'all believe how the media just jumped on Tua about the 5 interceptions, but then the next day he has a very great practice. There's no segments on it at all.
Yeah, we talked about that in great detail, bro. That's just the it's the sensationalism. It's the negative stuff. Negative things always seem to garner more attention, and people always seem to. You know what I mean? You can give people 9 lies and they'll run with them, but you tell one truth and they look at you like
they'll whisper
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, they'll whisper it, but they're gonna spread it. Yeah, they're gonna spread that mother 9. You feel me?
Yeah.
So that's
because the lies will get clicks. Look at this. We have the most expensive wide receiving corp in 2021 at $45 million. We're $1 million more than Tampa Bay's receiving core right now.
Come on. Nowhere near Tampa's receiving core.
You don't think so?
I don't.
Who do they have?
Mike
EM's about to come up here. Yeah, but you know how EM. Remember EM? Didn't EM say he thought Parker was better than Mike Evans?
Hell no!
Wow.
You remember that? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Paul might have been up there.
Yeah.
That's a little too much praise.
Run them down. So run them down to me. Run them down to me, and let's discuss it. I guess if we can.
Mike Evans versus DVP.
Mike Holiday.
So you win
not
there.
Holiday.
Mike Gesicki versus.
No.
You gotta go.
You gotta go wide receivers first, right?
Yeah,
Antonio Brown versus Will Fuller.
This is strictly wide receiver corp.
Antonio Brown versus
Galloway.
So
you taking Brown? So you sticking with Brown?
I'm taking Brown over
Brown
Will
ain't no
Fuller.
Tampa Bay.
I agree with that. I agree with that. I actually would take Brown over Will Fuller.
Is Brown still on Tampa Bay?
He's still there.
Yeah. He's arguably one of the best route runners in the NFL. His hands are ridiculous. Yes. I would take Brown over Will Fuller because again, Will Fuller, Brown I know I'm getting a full 17 games out of, more than likely. Will Fuller, I'm like, I don't know. And then what? Now Preston or Chris Godwin.
There you go, Godwin.
Okay, now we start winning because you got Jalen Waddle versus Scotty Miller. Who are you taking?
Waddle,
right?
You got Tyler Johnson, who's
I love coming out of Minnesota. I loved him coming out of Minnesota.
Tyler Johnson over Lynn Bowden.
Yeah, I'm taking Tyler Johnson over Lynn Bowden.
Damn, we get blown out.
Yeah,
it's okay. It's okay.
And we only 1 million over.
But those guys have a lot more. I mean, they're supposed to be better, right? Look how long Brown's on what, like 13 seasons. Mike Evans is in what, like his 9th season?
Yep.
7th, 8th, 9th.
And look what they're doing, ball game. Look at Evans.
They're not young guys; they're veterans.
Evans giving up money so they can fit everyone under the cap.
That's what I love, man. That's what I love about that Tampa team, man.
Well, no. What you love is the fact that they want to be known as one of the best teams to ever do it.
Yeah.
To get two is beautiful. To get a third one, they're cemented in at that point in special company. You know what I mean? Especially in the last 20 years. You know what I mean? Three puts them in a different category. So if they can get a third one.
Let's see.
Once you get a taste, you're gonna want more.
And then here we go with our key star defensive player, and he's more worried about being the highest player on the team than.
Well, see,
probably being the best defense.
That gets me, man. That
right,
interview really got me.
Yeah, let's talk about this interview because I think that might have been Ballgame's first time watching that. What did y'all take away about the fact that he said he felt that knowing the Byron was a slap in the face, and he basically went out there every rep and wanted to make them pay, talking about the Miami Dolphins? I mean,
that's crazy. You should be happy that the Miami Dolphins went out and got a star to help take the load. And let's be honest, he would not have had the season he had without Byron Jones, in my opinion.
Well, that's an arguable fact, but at the same time, I don't necessarily understand anyone that actually is all about being a team player, being upset about the team bringing in another guy to help lighten your load. Prior to you having Byron Jones on the other side of you, yes, you had some flashes of brilliance, but you also missed a lot of time on the field for us too, and it suffered. The defense suffered as a result of you not being there. With Byron Jones coming in, we didn't miss a beat, really and truthfully.
Yes.
If you know what I mean? Like, I just think to this point right now, like it's a really selfish position that he's put himself in, and I don't like it because they've been good to you. This organization has been good to you.
I agree.
We paid you in 2019. We only got 5 games out of you and didn't slight you of any of your money that you didn't really earn for those 11 games. And then turn around and you had this historical 2020 season, but now we hear 2020 season, but now I'm hearing that you essentially want to stick it to us because you're mad about the fact that we did what they did what they thought was the best thing for the organization and bringing in another guy, first rounder, to add more elite talent, hopefully, to this process, and you taking a slight at that.
And can I say that?
Look, I can understand.
No sense.
I can
The
understand.
fact that you get mad that the team is drafting, first round talent, and I look at it like this. He even said it himself, if my knee holds up,
exactly.
Yeah.
For the betterment of the team, they can have this guy, Iguanagati, developing, and then say you do go down, this team doesn't suffer from it.
Yeah, right. Like we can't have a contingency plan. What smart organization is not going to have a contingency plan?
A contingency plan, yeah.
Like right now, the reason why Bill Belichick is not playing. Bill Belichick is not actually bending to Stephon Gilmore's demands is because he had young guys that had to get. They caught hell. They caught hell getting there. But J.C. Jackson and what that other boy name? That other the Jones kid.
Is it Silas or?
No,
I forget his name.
Yeah, but his last name's Jones. Those kids played their asses off last year. So, to Bill's credit, I don't have to pay you. I don't have to blow out my salary cap for you when I got guys that prove that they can actually go out here and do and play at a high level. Like, and they're younger.
And now that we're seeing that Noah is taking that step as well, just like how we're expecting Tua to take that step in his second year. If Noah is actually out here making legitimate progress into being a solid cornerback, we drafted him 30th overall because we saw something. You know what I mean?
All Noah has to do, all he has to do is play within his abilities, and he'll be fine. Well, and that's enough. That's enough to keep this defense because where we improved up front on the front 7 is enough for us to take this thing to the next level. Losing X, in my opinion, losing X would hurt, but it's not the biggest. It's not the hold up. It's not the biggest blow that that could be dealt to us because the guy that was opposite of him anyway, 75% of the time took the other team's number 1 receiver anyway.
Amen. And we drafted well enough at safety with Xavien Howard and at pass rush with Jalen Phillips to where all that stuff that Xavien did for us, it could be it wouldn't be as obvious with those two type of additions because just adding better players to the defense automatically makes your defense better. I
would argue now at this point that if X stays with the squad, I mean, people might want to, they might want to hang me up over this, but if X stays with the squad, it's going to stunt Noah's growth.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah,
I
agree with
the
that.
chemistry in the locker room. Now,
it could stunt Noah's growth because. How you gonna get on the field? How you gonna if he's supposed to be the boundary guy? How is he gonna get to the boundary if X is there playing with Jones and then he never comes out? And his best training ever for him is live action. But if he's standing on the sideline and they're not sliding him in, and because you got Coleman and Needham for the slots. No, Needham for the slots. So Noah be the
boundary.
Yeah, Noah will be the odd man out, bro. And like I can argue that keeping X around for another 3 years is going to stunt Noah's growth.
It almost feels like they knew where this was headed, and that's why they added McCourty if Noah doesn't work out, and Coleman just because they figure Noah's going to get the reps on the boundary.
The agent reason. The moment he hired the agent, it had
you did call that.
This doesn't feel good, guys.
Well, hey, you know, but I honestly believe we will be just fine. The only thing it does is takes us from being different than everyone else. It puts us right back into what everyone else has, but we're still going to be better because
so ball game.
We got a lot of good.
If our Super Bowl window, let's say it is the next 2 to 3 years, you think they can do it without X?
Yep, I think so.
Yeah,
I firmly believe. Listen, I firmly believe that if Flores hasn't shown us anything, he's shown us that they are all about fundamentals and technique and teaching, and that's exactly what this kid knows. This is what Noah needs, man. Like at the end of the day, bro, 2 years, 3 years in, he's gonna be where he's supposed to be anyway. I believe that 100%. So it took X 3 years for him to actually show up and be who he was supposed to be.
Yeah, he was bad first season. Yeah.
He was bad the first season. Completely horrible. So,
really bad.
You know, at the end of the day, if our window is 2 or 3 years, and he's coming into his second season, well, this will be his second season now.
Yeah,
this is the year to baptize him. You know what I mean? Let him get out there and get it done, bro.
Yeah, he was already baptized in that Bills game. Woo, boy, he got
and everyone sleeps. Lockett gave him the work too.
Lockett gave him the work. He got better though. He did get better.
Lockett burnt.
You know what I mean? He got better as the season went on. The next couple games until Jones got back. So
thank God Jones came back. That's all I gotta say.
I really think that they were trying to swing the pendulum away from the defense and kind of balance it out with the offense, because people was asking, if you got Will Fuller, why would you spend a 6 overall on Waddle? Well, I think they're really trying to expect this offense to, you know, take that next step to where we can get up to averaging 28 plus points a game, so we can help that defense out and be more dynamic on offense. So you don't need the defense to be, you know, as great as you have it. So they're trying to balance the team out. And that's what you
at
need.
this point, you have you can't have like
ball game. They did it dirty in Madden 22. I'm playing the beta. I'm playing the beta right now, and the Patriots are 79 overall. We're 76.
What?
We only have one superstar on the team, and it's Byron. They didn't even make X.
Wow.
Well, it's gonna be pissed.
The reason why they don't give S the superstar is because
they low key added fuel to the fight.
I know, right?
79, bro. Oh my God.
The Patriots are 79. We're 76.
It's Madden, bro.
That's why I said screw
but
Madden.
They also said all the ratings. They said all the ratings aren't done.
I bet it's the same. I bet it's the same as
the highest
21
be like 70.
No, it's still beta's not done yet.
It is
not done. Yeah, they said the ratings aren't done. You're right too, bro.
2K needs to hurry up and make the NFL game because I'm tired of EA Sports, bro.
I'll tell you what.
I'm tired.
Let me see. This is. I just opened it up. So Byron.
EA Sports and EA games in general.
Byron's in 88. Jason McCourty's in 85. Coleman's in 84. Parker's in 84. Howard's in 82. Will Fuller's in 82. McKinney's in 82. DJ Fluker's in 80. Gesicki's a 79.
I like Fluker.
Ogba's only a 75.
Wow.
Tua is a 73.
71? Oh, never mind.
I thought they were going to put him as a 60.
Gaskins is 66.
EA Sports is terrible.
It makes sense.
That's a joke, bro.
I joke. I like that.
Malcolm Brown's is 75.
Give me 2K.
I dropped Madden after Madden 15. No, Madden 16, sorry.
Yo, I gotta miss a Madden with my boy 2 in it. Are you crazy, bro?
Man.
Listen,
I need that 2K5 again, man.
I dropped Madden after 12.
No one cares.
Yeah.
You care about playing that same game, the same game.
Yeah, but I get to play. I'm playing with Tua Tagovailoa, and you're playing with yourself.
I loved the Madden 2004 with Mike Vick.
What you mean?
Oh, hey, that was a good Madden.
Don't make me
with Mike
bust
Vick.
out my Chad Pennington
Man,
on your
Mike Vick.
Which Madden was the one?
Chad Pennington was overrated, bro.
I'm bust out my Chad Pennington on
which
the
Madden
only
was
reason
one
we
that
popped
introduced
that
the
year
hit
is
stick?
because I got a bone to pick with all these people that think Chad Pennington was something like so special to this team. If it wasn't for the Wildcat and the threat of the impending Wildcat, do we really think Chad Pennington would have had the season he had?
No.
Hell to
Ronnie
no,
Brown.
bro.
He's better than we had, but he wasn't all that.
No, bro. And let's be honest, the guy's arm was like half of what it was at Marshall, bro. Like,
Like we usually say pew, but
Threw
his
a lot
was,
of ducks.
yeah, his was pop, 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 pop. Or what does a water gun sound like?
Squirt, 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 squirt.
No, yeah, the sprinkle.
Hey, look, what
You
the
know
only
the thing you
Madden I
spray your
really
dog
love
with?
playing. Oh, go ahead. My fault, man.
Oh, go ahead, Byron. I was just saying the thing you spray your dog with. That's what it's all. That's what it's all about.
Spray water.
Skirt.
Nah, his is an old man cough.
Ronnie Brown was
Sneak up on you.
the best. Ronnie Brown was the best quarterback we had that year.
Yes, he
We
was.
put up
like
better
Ronnie Brown.
stats than Tim Tebow.
Bruh.
Yeah, bro,
I
he's
like
a better
Ronnie
lefty
Brown.
than Scott Mitchell.
Yeah, that's what I say. He was a lefty too. So
Yeah, he was.
Hey, it was getting real.
I like Ronnie Brown.
Oh man.
Ronnie Brown was a
Quick question about Madden. Which one was the one that introduced the hit stick? That was 04?
I don't remember.
I know 04 was the one with Mike Vick.
Y'all remember when they
same,
did
so it doesn't matter.
y'all remember when they did the vision cone?
Oh
When
yeah.
the player had to be in the cone? I was like,
That
this is the
was dumb.
worst thing. I like
when I was
my favorite Madden was the one that had the radio show and stuff.
Oh, 06.
Oh yeah, Madden 05.
yeah, that's 05.
Oh,
Yeah, that-
okay.
that-
My fault. I thought that was 06.
But yo, have you ever actually read why they've had problems getting it right? They said once they moved, the problem was when they've moved from each gen, they didn't develop a a core system that would carry over. So they had to reboot it every single time they moved to a new gen. And that's why they said now they're creating a core to build off of.
Don't want to hear
I
it.
used to love to create your own
Still
fan.
trash.
But bro,
thing.
I'm
It
telling
don't
you.
matter. It don't matter what they do. People still gonna buy it.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Mhm.
damn right.
Oh,
Two is
you-
in it, bro. I'm about to buy it.
I think that's
Well, I don't have
why
a
2K
PlayStation 5,
needs to make an NFL game, bro.
They won't though.
2K making the NFL game would be
They're coming out with an
revolutionary.
arcade. They're coming out with an arcade style game.
It's arcade.
I hate
telling
that.
Martin.
But yo, I'm
it's
telling
not
you, bro.
He's on fire.
And NCAA was the truth.
Yeah,
I love the NCAA. Yeah.
Yeah,
the
that
triple
was-
Yeah.
option.
And bring back. I don't care what people said. I love that game. Bring
Campus
back
life.
I want Blitz
Oh.
coming back, bro.
Yeah.
Y'all remember Blitz the League, bro?
Yeah, Blitz the
Yes,
Yeah,
where you can see the broke bones.
yeah, and you juice
Yeah,
up
yeah.
and you can get caught juicing and
Yes.
stuff, bro. That game was
Classic.
amazing, bro.
It was, bro.
Bro, bring
That
that
is
a
back,
classic
bro.
game.
Madden would
Really?
never.
Y'all really want Blitz back?
I'll take Blitz the League was so fun, bro.
I like Blitz the League. I like Blitz the League with
So
Lawrence
fun.
Taylor.
I don't want the NFL Blitz back, like the arcade game and stuff. You can keep that.
Yeah,
I
but
want
Blitz the League was crazy.
That was
Yeah.
awesome, bro.
Yeah, I
That
never
shit
played
was
that
crazy.
one.
What about
Or y'all,
you got
or
to.
y'all remember Quarterback Club?
Oh
Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
on 64.
Oh, you
What
said
about
it
NFL?
before.
What
Brett
about
Favre.
What about
That's all Joe
NFL
Montana
Streets?
on the face, right?
Oh,
NFL
NFL Streets was that
Remember
shit.
Remember the one with Ricky
With
on
Ricky
the cover?
Williams? Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, you know what was the shit though? And it was it's a PlayStation 2K game, I guess, because they're the same thing. Bro, well, no, 2K Sega, but the PlayStation one. Y'all remember NFL Game Day?
Yeah.
Yep.
Jerome Bettis on the
Bettis
cover.
on the cover.
Those are fire, bro. My dad used to throw his PlayStation controller because I'd rock him with Marino all day, baby. Yo, those games are fire, bro. Remember, back then when juking was a big thing.
Yes.
You had seen it before and stuff. Oh man. Now we want all these different intricacies and stuff. Yo, that 05 ball game, that Madden 05. You remember the NCAA that year was every year your dorm got better. Just like your landing screen for the be a player or whatever. And then what they did was you can convert. That's when you could bring your players over from NCAA to Madden, and then your pad got better every year in Madden. Like you got a better pad every year and stuff like that, bro. You know what'd be cool? Yo, you know what'd be cool? And people are gonna be like, whatever. Yo, bring up a calendar and like have you training, but have you do stuff on your off days.
Bring
a story, bro. Like go smash some girls, you know.
But when is
is franchise better?
When is ball game going to take more money? I mean, play EM again.
Oh, take one.
I'm ready whenever, bro.
Yeah, where you at, bro?
You gonna get shakedown again,
bro. Hey, by the way, that NCAA campus mode was so funny because my first year, my girlfriend was so hideous. But by the time I was a senior, she was like one of them IG models. Though I was like, "What the hell?"
Yeah, 9-piece, bro.
I was like, "How that happened?"
The last time Madden was good was when it was on Sega. Sorry,
I don't know. That 05 was fire, bro. That 05 was fire, bro.
The PlayStation, I think it's
that 05 was fire, bro.
Shit. Bro, and since you're talking about video games, bro, like how often did you guys play like Mario Kart, bro, or 007 GoldenEye?
GoldenEye was the shit,
bro. Yeah, we used to. So this is even back when like PlayStation 2 was out. Like
Perfect Dart.
We would go. We'd get lifted at lunch, right? And we'd go to my boy's house. It was across the street. He was in my wedding party. We'd all get lifted in the garage, come back in, and we'd have straight GoldenEye tournaments. And there's only one rule: no odd job.
Oh yeah.
No odd job. You couldn't rock the odd job, bro. But yo, like
short.
Even the music, bro. You remember the music?
Yes,
like,
I know.
Fire, bro.
I know.
That game was sick, bro. Getting the golden gun, bro.
Yeah, we had to use the multi-tap a lot, man, because everybody wanted to play.
Yo, but that was back when y'all remember No Mercy? Did y'all play No Mercy, for instance?
Wrestling?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Like the greatest wrestling game ever created, bro. That game was fire. Yo, N64 was off the chain, bro.
Yeah, it was. Mario Kart.
Man, I miss the early Call of Duty days, man. Those are the
good
best
games.
Yeah. I can't play any of that type of stuff.
Oh yeah.
I think you would have liked the ball game if you would have got into it.
You can't because
I can't, man.
War, bro.
Yeah, it fucks with me, man.
Like those first, you know how many hours of my life I lost at the first two Modern Warfares?
Can't play.
Damn.
580.
Bro, NHL,
also the first two Black Ops.
NHL 07, I was ranked like 28th or 27th in the world or something like that.
That used to be such a good game, man.
Listen, man, when you walk out, listen.
I'm Wayne Gretzky.
I hear people talking about it all the time.
Yes.
What year? What
Call of Duty? Call of Duty and all that stuff. I imagine that stuff's a lot of fun, but like when you in your barracks room and you walking out to go across to go to the job to go for duty, and a mortar round pops off right, you know what I'm saying, right there next, right, you know, not even 10, 15 meters away from you, and you watch a guy get obliterated. That all that shit fucks with you, bro. So I can't
imagine. I can imagine.
So he sticks to Madden and he just obliterates EM instead.
Dropping grenades on EM.
Bro, I just stopped running Madden on the channel because EM started losing to the not so great one and all that stuff. I was like, bro, you gotta win something, bro.
He lost a great one?
EM out there faking
multiple
it, man.
times. Yeah.
Oh my God, EM.
Maybe I should play EM to come up.
D asked, reason, can you do a video on Jordan Scarlett from what I saw from the highlights? If we have time before training camp starts, this week I'm going to do Raekwon Davis and take a look at his rookie year. And then after that, I'm going to look at all 10 of Xavien Howard's interceptions and calculate the impact that Byron Jones had on them.
Damn.
Yeah,
so those will be the next two film studies I have coming over the next couple of weeks because I got to make content before we get to training camp, right?
Bring out the film, Reason.
Perfect timing,
bro.
Oh, it's coming out, bro. It's coming out. It's gonna be nice, you know. Like with some of these players, like you're like, bro. When I stumbled on all that, because basically what happened was I got shared a drive, and I got shared a drive that had so much all 22 film on it, right? But I was like, yo, there's only 3 Cincinnati games on here. I'm like, fuck, how am I gonna do this Jared Doak thing? So I hit up my boy who shared me, and he's like, yo, he's like, there's another part. He's like, go look in this, and it's literally called the club. He's like, go look in the club. So I look at him like, God damn, they got every Cincinnati game from last year. So like worrying about having enough film on a college player to do your evaluation and make your highlight is a stress. But with the NFL, all 22, I know I got everything, right? So
that's what's up.
It's way more relaxed. So, but we're gonna break it down.
Can Jordan Scarlett really be our future running back though?
That's
high praise right there.
I don't think so, bro.
Hey, a reason. Jamar
I think he's
Chase
gonna be
in
a
the chat.
special teams guy. What?
Jamar Chase in the chat. He said, "I wish I was on this team."
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
That's
messed
come
up.
over, Jamar. Yo, just pull an X, force your way out. Say you want to re-up your contract, bro.
We'll see you in 4 years.
He probably saw Joe Burrow's scope. He was like, "Oh shit." He was like, "Brian, he ain't gonna last all year, man."
Apparently, Burrow's been balling out. Burrow's been balling out in OTAs and minicamp.
Would be hilarious if it was him.
They're gonna bring Andy Dalton back.
The red
The
rifle.
same. I can say the same thing what they said about Tua. Oh, it's just practice. So you know,
Practice.
Well, they weren't saying it was. It's just practice. When it came to the 5 interceptions,
nope.
I know.
In a monsoon.
I know.
I saw people backpedaling on Twitter today, like certain media members.
Oh, they're gonna do that.
Defend their takes.
Dude,
and
I called someone a dumbass on Twitter over that. I don't call anyone names on Twitter. It pissed me off, man.
I know. Who was it?
I don't know his name. I don't know.
I will not say his name.
It's just ridiculous.
Probably my
shit.
timeline.
Yo, like,
Twitter is exhausting, bro.
I don't know if you've been checking. I don't know if you've been checking, but you did such a great job on an interview. People can't even dispute the facts that you brought with Nick Hicks. Now they're trying to say, "Oh, I don't trust him because he's Tua's trainer." Or
come on, man.
I seen that.
Okay, so what, didn't he get a degree in biomechanics or something like that, right?
Well, bro, part of the thing that they do over there, he had it first. He was going for his degree in journalism, and then he turned over to like sports medicine, right? So he's got 3 ACL tears, and one of the main things they do over there is rehab players.
Exactly.
So I don't understand why.
They got used to it, right?
Like I see some people trying to say, "Oh, I don't believe what he's saying that Tua was at 60%." Why would he say that? Why is he going to lie and hurt his brain? He has more to lose. He has more to lose for lying than he does by telling the truth. It makes no sense.
And the thing is, how he got to that number is how he was saying, you know, he tested his isometric, you know, whatever it was, and he saw that it was a lot weaker than the other hip. So that's how he got to the number.
Well, look what he said too, right? They would stand him on 1 foot, and Tua couldn't stand on 1 foot for long. And here's my thing. Here's my thing. Some people in the media need to go and watch that interview, because I see some people in the media still talking about, like, Fitzpatrick was a topic on the timeline today. And it was a love fist for Ryan Fitzpatrick and about how he was a better quarterback last year. Well, first of all, 16 years in the NFL, 5 years, the most of any quarterback in Chan Gailey's system, and the rookie quarterback's at 60% learning the playbook. I would hope Ryan Fitzpatrick's the best quarterback on the team.
Dummies.
Well,
Like,
let's see.
good God.
Let's see what he does with Washington, because he's on a pretty good team.
They're stacked.
They're fucking loaded.
Offensively and defensively.
They're going to win the division. They're going to win the division.
Oh,
They
yeah.
won it at 7 wins.
Or
They could go 8 and 9
not.
and win.
Or not.
Was it tight end?
It's tragic.
It's tragic. That's
Oh
true.
yeah.
You never know.
Here's the thing. I think there's so much talent, they're going to bail him out.
Yep.
Like, bro, that team, Asante Samuel. Oh, sorry, not Asante Samuel.
Curtis Samuels.
Curtis Samuel.
McLaurin.
Yeah, Curtis.
McLaurin F1, baby.
Terry, baby.
My boy Antonio Gibson, who he was arguably next to James Robinson, the best rookie running back. Him, JT, and James Robinson were the best rookie running backs last year.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like, yo, like here's the thing that he has that he also never had here, right? He has a dominant run game. Like, he has a really, really good run game. Fitz didn't have that, especially in year one. And I don't get it, bro. Like, people are, I don't know what. Why are we still? Here's my thing. Why is the South Floridian media wasting their time with a love fest on Ryan Fitzpatrick when he's not on the team anymore?
He's a gimmick
because he wore that short that one game.
He got.
Yeah, but like, why are we still talking about the guy?
It's the beard that should be shaking when he runs, and rah guy. It's a gimmick, bro. The NFL is a gimmick league, man. They love players they can sell.
Or Z-Man, they just don't like Tua.
Not true.
That part.
Yeah, just can't wait for the season to start so I can enjoy all these people eat their crow.
I can't wait.
Man.
Hey, Liam, shout out to your Bears too, bro. They might be raw as hell this year, man.
Yeah.
To be honest.
I got two teams to cheer for: my Bears and definitely the Dolphins with Tua, man. You know what I mean? So
salute you, brother. Salute, brother.
Man. We don't know what's gonna happen in Chicago, but I know I'm happy with the Dolphin season coming up.
He's not starting Justin Fields no matter what.
Credit, man. You was right about Najee, so I got you. You've been preaching for a minute, so I got to give you your due.
Where's my right? I even called the team he'd go to.
Come on.
Yeah. I did get it. Wait, hold on. Wait a minute.
He was playing his game. He was playing video game when he was giving that out. He was playing video game when he was talking to him about that. I
wasn't playing. Wait, first of all, I was playing Battlefront. So don't blame Battlefront now. Don't blame Battlefront. I gave reason his due. I said reason was right. I said it. I remember saying it.
I think Dan Orlovsky and probably Leroy Horde are the two people that are very subjective on their comment on Tua from what I see every time. Everybody else is like ridiculous. But it's fun.
I just spilled rum and coke on my fucking keyboard.
Leroy's had it, man.
Sorry about that, man.
He's headed up the hill with
Yeah, he wanted to choke himself on one of the clips I saw.
Yeah, man.
That's so hilarious.
It's just
the
weird,
other
man.
guy. The other guy in there. I'm sorry.
Robbie?
Yeah, the other guy. Yeah.
Robbie,
man.
I want to squeeze that guy's cheek
man.
so hard, man. Like, what is wrong with that guy?
That
I squeeze
rat
that guy's
bastard.
cheek pretty hard, man. All right, man. That guy right there, man. Some of the things that he say is like, bruh, Jesus,
bro.
It's a little extra. Yeah, he's a little extra. But that's what happens when you're influenced by people that have knee-jerk reactions to when things don't go right.
Leroy do a good job of keeping him in his place, though.
He does.
Yeah.
I salute Leroy. He's the brains of the operation, it seems. So
Leroy be looking like he ready to jump through the screen now, Robbie.
I know. Like, are you serious?
Robbie, you can't be serious.
Yeah.
Are you hearing yourself right now?
Robbie sounds like a true fanatic.
I was in those locker rooms. You have no idea what you're talking about.
Literally,
love
this man played in the NFL. Like, that's what blows me about all these players. Like, you played in the NFL, it's not easy.
Absolutely.
Don't watch Kyle Hurd, bro. Woo, he went in.
Oh, man.
What happened with Colin this time, man?
You went in on 5 interceptions.
Yeah,
and,
he went
He didn't say a word about the practice.
And Brian Flores wanting to continue to be aggressive.
He didn't say a word about 2 of 6 touchdown, 0 interceptions.
Well, obviously, he's not going to.
Why would he?
In practice. That's why
he talked about the rain, but he said
he
it don't matter.
He said it. So it rained. So what? Yeah. After he said that, I literally just clicked off that shit. I said, I'm done. I said, I'm done. I can't look at it no more. I can't look at it no more, man. I'm done, bro.
he did the biggest 180, bro.
Ever in sports history, bro.
Yeah.
That kind of scared me a little bit.
No,
he did a whole donut. Ain't no U-turn, man. That's a donut.
What did he do? 480? He did a 4 or 720?
He hit a 420, man. That was
he did a burnout in the middle of the road doing.
He did a burnout in the middle of the road, a good perfect donut, and he just pulled off.
He was stunt man.
Bruh,
Yeah,
that guy did.
man. He hit the ramp too, right at the end.
He did a ghost ride on the whip.
But
the Bay Area.
but honestly, man, when you see media personalities like that build a kid up, and let's be honest, Tua is still a kid, you know, for the most part. He's still very young. He's still learning himself, you know. For you to build someone up like that and then do a complete turnaround like that, it's like what triggers someone to do it like that instead of allowing it to gradually turn into, okay, maybe he's not what I thought he was.
No, the
You know what
circus
I mean?
came. The circus came to town. That's what it was. You know,
Mm.
they doubled back to pick him up because he was a lead clown in the show. So
Hey, like that man says, mama's cooking. Yeah, that's what that is. Hey man, like that
Shout
guy
out to
one of my
Kwame.
favorite. Yeah, man, that's one of my favorite guy to watch at the moment, man.
I know,
He
bro.
just randomly popped up on my YouTube like one day, and I just started watching his live stream. I'm like, "Mama's cooking." I'm like, "What is he?"
you know, Kwame Brown made a killing while he was in the NBA.
Yeah,
he
he
did.
did.
Kevin
And then
Durant,
overall
he
pick.
does. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then people call him a bust, and he was like,
bust, yeah.
if
16 was it
if being a
16 or
bust,
12 years, right? Or 16
12
years. I
years.
think. Yeah.
No,
you call
that's
someone
not a bust. That's not a
Yeah.
bust.
Anthony Bennett is a bust.
Yes, say that. He
I mean,
is.
I know he's harsh. I know, like I remember.
Like he played on 3 teams in 5 years, and he was out of the league basically.
That's
I think
true.
Yeah, that's a
I
bust.
took a thing from what Mr. Ballgame said the other day. You know, these are all human beings at the end of the day. I mean, there's certain words that actually hurt those individuals.
Yep.
But you know, you can critique them. But man, when they just go ham with some of the things they label, man, get along, go along, gang. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's really hard for me to ever put myself in a position to call somebody anything like that because, you know, although I played football, I never played at the level they're playing at. So for me to actually, I think it's just really reckless of somebody to call somebody that. You know what I mean? And you haven't walked through the struggles that they walked through to get there.
Yeah.
And hell, the fact that Kwame Brown actually made it to the league and stayed for 12 years. Shit, you know how many guys are right now at the rec centers or at home, right? Lacing up their shoes, got them next to the door to go try to find, or
Say
jumping on
that.
a plane, flying all over the place, trying to get tryouts. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and cats just
And Kwame's actually he's successful because he's back in his hometown pretty much. He's still a voice of, you know, like something to aim at if you're a kid where he's from. To say, look, I'm from where y'all from. If y'all just put y'all minds to whatever it is you want to do,
right,
and with hard work and vision, you can become that. You just have to, you have to make up your mind early. Like he's something to aim at, like for a kid.
Right.
So,
I like the fact. I
salute him.
like the fact that he's not afraid to talk about any and everything too.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like
I salute
a
him,
lot
man.
a lot of guys won't say much about anything, but he don't care what the topic is.
Keep it real.
Yeah. So.
Well, I mean,
like
you
you
can't
said.
put anything past fans. Once they booed Andrew up for retiring, I mean,
Crazy.
that's just the lowest of the low, man. This guy gave you all he had. He physically couldn't do it anymore, and you can see the pain that was on this guy's face. And I mean,
cried.
just all he
cried.
went through, and the people gonna boo him. I mean, you just can't
they
put
didn't-
anything past fans after that, man.
They
That was
didn't
just
care.
bad.
They didn't care, bro. That thing struck a nerve with me, man. I don't think myself like you disloyal you know what I mean? Like
You went training day on
training day on them. You know what I'm saying?
Disloyal. Make fool and pump. Jay,
Mr. Ballgame was pounding his chest. A couple things on his right and his
I'm
left.
just thinking though, bro. I mean, obviously I'm a Dolphin. I'm a Dolphin to the end, but like I fucked with Luck, bro.
Yeah, for
Like,
sure.
Even when he was at Stanford, we used to go. I used to get tickets to go. I watched him play at Stanford.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And
Watch
I
him
got
live.
my son. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. And like to watch him go and get beat up weekly for that team, and then for them fans to turn around and act like he had done shit. That thing didn't sit well with me at all. I'm like, these motherfuckers.
Yeah, they was trifling
That
for
was
that,
sad
bro.
right there.
He put everything on the line for them, bro.
Literally.
But I mean, it is what it is, bro. Fans will be fans, players will be players, and media will be the media. But in Tua's case, man, I'm just so glad that he's gonna get the opportunity. You know what I mean? Because honestly, a lot of players don't get the opportunity to prove people wrong, or more importantly, to prove yourself right. And Tua is in that position where he's definitely
Josh, you
going,
bro.
Yeah, Tua is in the position where he's definitely going to create a new scenario of who was doubting me. You know what I mean? And anybody that was out there, we got the receipts, we got the videos, we got the timestamps. Rhino, I know you on deck for him.
Oh yeah.
Anybody that said anything outside of that, we can make a whole collage, a 1 hour long video. Anybody that doubted that one thing, this season Tua can make that play, put it right next to that doubt, and then boom, game over. So,
like in the words of the late great Tupac, revenge is the sweetest joy. Next to the rest.
Mexican pussy. That's what you say. I'll say it for you, bro.
That's real. That's real.
Oh, wait, do we have that 12-year-old? I know Reason have 12-year-olds in here. I don't want no cuss in front of the kids. They be coming in. Is it Logan?
No, this is not a children's zone. If they're listening,
I'm about to say Logan, cool man.
He's not supposed to be here either. This is no children's zone.
Bro, when we were talking about that, Rhino, Logan stayed on, bro. He knows what's up.
It's not the first time he's heard shaved or pussy. It's okay.
I'm just saying. It's 2021. Rhino, look, we went in. And he stayed.
None of my business.
So you saying he was learning?
Lesson. Yes.
He was learning,
bro. We
talking about for 30 minutes, bro. I watched the stream, bro. I'm like, what?
We basically Logan's big uncles, bro. That's all we are. we just teaching them the ropes, bro.
When Logan
whatever his mama won't tell him, we gonna tell him.
I'll be the first to tell you, I'm 100% thankful for all my uncles.
My
dad had very straightforward conversations with me, but my uncles gave me all the tea. And I thank them. I thank them every day for that. So
that's awesome. Man. They're needed. They're needed. Yeah.
Y'all talked about that longer than y'all talked about Jakeem Grant the other day, man.
He ain't shaved pussy. That's why.
Some topic.
He don't deserve the talk, bro. He don't deserve the minutes.
Yeah.
Reason, you should have a Manscaped ad going around here. This is
he does. He got one. Yes, he does.
Hey, it's 2021. Forget shaved. It was the Brazilian wax.
Oh Lord.
Some topics hit different.
Damn, man. He'll learn one day.
Oh, I'm sure he knows he's 13. What did you know at 13? Come on.
I knew a lot.
That's what I'm saying.
I knew a lot more. Yeah, I knew a lot more than I should have known. That's
Yes.
Yeah.
Man, when I was 11, it was going down, bro.
I was a little too. I wouldn't mess with girls at 11. At 13, though, it got busted wide open.
So Martin, you was getting wild. You was getting wild on the playground.
Not me. I'm just saying that the females out there, bro. My middle school.
I was just saying you getting wild. You still get wild on the playground. It's all right.
What I'm saying is my middle school has some of the worst females I've ever seen on the planet Earth. They'll give it up for a push pop, bro. It was crazy.
Not the push pop.
No, Martin. You gotta be real. They'll give it up. They'll give it up for extra strawberry milk. I'm telling you right now. I said, you want this strawberry milk? Yeah. All right. You know what you gotta do for it.
Hey, bro. You know the free lunch and free breakfast, bro. If you give it your chicken biscuit, best believe. Best believe it was gonna happen before first period, bro.
Hey, listen. When this Mexican pizza day, oh boy, it's real. It's real.
Mexican pizza. It was so good too, bro.
It was
good. Bro, what about that
the breakfast pizza?
You know how good it is.
Yeah. The breakfast pizza, the Mexican pizza.
Yeah.
The chicken
that
biscuit.
shit bring back memories, man.
I'm telling you, man.
I used to be pissed.
Free lunch was the shit.
I didn't get free lunch, man. I had to fucking my mom used to have to write the check, bro. I used to be pissed.
Damn.
My parents, they said we made. I can't believe they said we made too much. My parents made too much money by $20.
That's so trifling.
Wow.
Like 8,000, I think, right?
When I was little, this was back when I was in like elementary school. By the time I got to middle school, my mom had pretty much had me down in a routine. I just knew every Monday just go in there and just grab the check out the counter because obviously my parents' salaries increased as I got older. So it was like, yeah, we ain't gonna never get no free fucking lunch around this month.
Mm-hmm.
I used to hate it though, man, because I was like, God damn.
Right. I feel for you. Sometimes we use a 4-inch free lunch, bro. Like just because everybody wanted it, bro.
Yeah.
For real. But
well,
I'm like that now. I want some free shit.
I know. it transitions over to your adulthood. Like, bro, I need that free stuff.
Yeah.
But
the school my kids go to, everybody gets free lunch.
Really?
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
You gotta look out for the kids, man.
Yeah. Cause I don't have no problem with none of that nowadays, man. Like back then though, my friends used to make fun of me and shit. Be like, well, how much? Cause I didn't really like eating at school. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I used to always like call my grandma and be like, can you come bring me something? You know what I mean? And she used so she would always bring me stuff to eat. You know? And then my mama caught on and she was like, nah, you gonna eat what everybody else eat.
Yeah, man, he was cheating, bro. He was
I'm about to say,
ball game, man. How you call it?
Ball game had room service in school, bro.
Yeah, man.
Bring me the cheese grits.
Man.
Like,
that's not cool, bro.
Yeah, it was. I was their oldest grandchild, so.
Oh yeah. So you got it for sure.
I was spoiled right. I was like the prince. I was the crown. I was the crown prince, bro. Shit.
Oh man,
life was easy until my sister showed up.
Oh Lord, that's how it's supposed to be too, though, man.
Yeah, that bitch showed up and everything went haywire.
I'm reading this chat. There's a guy in here. Tony said, "What the hell is that guy with the Chicago Bear logo doing inside the Vaccination chat?" What's up, guy? I'm a Souvenir fan. Take this bullshit, man. I'm here for two.
Man. Hey, man.
Love you guys.
Anybody that loves our starting quarterback, we love them. So back up.
All right, boys. I gotta wrap this because I spilled some rum and coke on my keyboard, so I gotta figure things out.
Damn.
You need a WD-40, bro? You need a WD-40?
Yeah. So, Martin, let's go. Let's get some final thoughts. We'll start with you, buddy.
Yes, sir. Final thoughts. Man, Byron Jones, Xavien Howard, we might have thrown some fuel on that fire, bro. But I hope those guys figure it out. The agent, the team, the players. Let's just hurry up and get things settled because again, we're gonna need our defense to play some games for us, bro. Because offensively, as much as we would like everything to be, sunshine and rainbows or whatever, there's gonna be some growing pains, bro. And we have to be very patient. And defensively, we have to have guys just making plays when we need plays to be made to keep us in, certain games. So, again, I hope Byron, finds his way, or not Byron, but Xavien finds his way back onto our team because he's a vital piece. And as far as running backs, I don't know who I don't know who we're gonna probably go after, bro. But if there's a need to upgrade at running back, I would say they're gonna make that before the preseason game. I would say that. But the guys that we have on our team now, I'm cool with. I believe they can play a significant role in the running game as well as the passing game. But it's all about just how we want to approach this this season. But I just salute everything that the Dolphins have been doing, and I hope things work out for us, man. So fins up.
All right, Florida Born, your final thoughts, buddy.
Great show as always, Reason, and I'm just so ready to see Tua come out and make people eat crow, and fins up.
Yes, D-Man, your final thoughts.
Like Florida Born said, great show, and can't wait for the season to get here so we can finally shut all this stuff up. Fins up.
Josh, your final thoughts, dude.
Well, with the X situation, all I gotta say about it is we need all 53 players on the team to be, united for one goal, and that's winning. We don't need any distractions. We don't need any antics. All we need is just to have whoever we have. If that's without them, so be it. We just need everybody united for that goal that we, go out there and try and win as many games as possible. So, might be tough at the beginning, but we'll definitely get through it no matter the outcome. So, and so.
Pyro, your final thoughts, dude.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with everybody. Another great show reason, but the whole X situation is just it's a shame, especially the we did for him and stuck with him even with the injury and the domestic case. It's to me the fact that you took offense to what we did to help better this team and to give you help. To me, that rubs me the wrong way, and I just hope that it can be resolved and quickly and quietly. So we don't need no more controversy, especially with how this media is dogpiling to her lately. So fins up.
True.
Liam, your final thoughts, dude.
Amazing show as usual, man. Grateful for this platform, being on the other side of the planet. So salute to Reason and this channel, and of course all this expert Martin and Ball Game and everybody else in here. I know about Pyro, maybe video games, but yeah, awesome. Let's go.
Ball Game, your final thoughts, buddy, before we get out of here.
Yeah, bro. I think the team has done a great job, man, of having a contingency plan put in place. I think they anticipated there may be some issues once they signed Byron. You know what I mean? And then he went out in the draft and got Noah. So you have to build for long term, and that's all about a team concept. So if you're not a team player, you won't be around on this squad. And I think that's the message that they're going to be willing and looking to send with all of the negotiations coming up. So it pains me to think about what we're going to look like without Xavien, but one monkey don't stop the circus. So it is what it is. And running back by committee is, I think, what they're going to be leaning on heavily. They're going to have to trade something to get a running back that would be considered a bell cow, and I don't know who we trade with to go get a running back when the ones that we would want are stalwarts within their own organizations, the other organizations currently. The only guy I know out there right now is Hunt, and it's not likely that we would send the Browns more draft capital. You know what I mean? Like, that team is loaded, so I'm not trying to help them. Taking Hunt, I don't know, but we'll see. I don't want to speculate. It's what we got 5 weeks to training camp starts.
Yeah, it's like July 27th, I think.
Yeah, so
that's not bad.
There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff that still has to be ironed out between now and then. But I think the biggest thing is going to be that they've made it. I'm 100% confident that they've given him a number, and he's probably scoffed at it, and his agent telling him he can get more elsewhere, and I think that's bad representation, to be honest. But it is what it is at this point. The businesses are always trump personal feelings about players, because at the end of the day, it's the organization over all of that. So,
yeah, for sure. All right, guys, I'll be back next week, either on Monday or Tuesday. Just pay attention to your notifications, or if you're on Twitter, I'll let you know there. Until then, you already know what time it is. Fins up all day, every day, baby.
Peace.